know? Do you have a sound record? Yes. Do you have a sound record? Can you produce a sound record? No, you can't.
Hey, yo.
Wait, no, let him finish.
Can I finish?
Let him finish.
Can I
Whatever what you
finish?
do, let him
I just
finish.
gotta see the rest of the list because he kind of punch it. I'm not gonna
Season me, daddy.
This is
Go
what
ahead,
I was
bro.
talking about. This is what I was talking about. I don't care because it's my list. I don't care.
I know what he about to go.
Yeah, fuck.
Let's go. We're here. Go.
Yeah, you're talented. Thank you. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Because you're a mark, and the people you employ are marks, and the people you listen to are marks.
Let's get to Monday Night Raw, man. So to talk to me, man. How did the show kick off? I think it was CM Punk.
Yeah, Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, started off good.
Pissed off.
Yeah, he came in. He started firing at my boy Paul Heyman. I ain't gonna lie, I called him Penguin. Get out of here, Penguin.
He was frying him up, though. He was frying him up.
Good brother Phil. He was fucking crazy.
I said, oh, all right, let's get it, Punk. Talk to your
Carl
best.
Rollins was T-Move Punk.
He did say that. He said he's nothing but a team of
Punk.
CM Punk. I said, man, I like this rollout, man. Lucci, we got to get
That's
some
how made Lucci
residuals.
smile.
Yeah, we got to get some residuals for you because now they're using your terms up there. Shit is crazy. But pretty much, Paul Heyman comes out right after this. You know, he does his usual. Ladies and gentlemen,
My name is Paul Heyman.
I ain't gonna lie, real quick though. I thought it was kind of fire how Paul came right out when that nigga CM Punk was talking crazy because you know Paul low-key a punk.
yeah,
He came
pop right out.
You know what? Like
He came out like he was about to
And
do
stop.
something. Like,
he
came out like
I
he
did
was
think
about
that was funny. My son popped out like he had smoke for
about to
niggas.
rant.
I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
like he was about to DD somebody. Like, I
Like,
said,
oh, you talking about you saying my name?
but I like that though because that makes me feel like because before part of my problem with the Seth Paul Braun Breaker thing is that something with Paul and Seth characters wasn't aligning. So if they trying to show me something with this, I hope they continue to build on it. What I got from it is that unlike with anybody else, Paul don't feel like a punk with Seth. He feel like he that nigga. Like I mean, it's like not because he felt like that with, as a wise man too, but he felt like I'm tough too. Like I like more brave. He got more courage now. Is what I'm trying to say. Maybe like I feel like that's the character that they trying to build with him now. Like he gonna be in his face talking crazy. Remember he said even when he said to Seth before he turned, you know what I'm saying? Like even though he might have already had to deal with Seth, but he said, "Don't put your hands on me again." That caught me off guard. So maybe they're doing like a little character build with him, and if they doing that, I think that's fire. So we gonna see though.
Hey, what he call Roman a stray dog? He found a stray dog?
Yeah, he was talking crazy.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
the real tough right now. I said, "Oh, all right, Paul."
I found a stray dog.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He was lying, though. Come on, man. He was lying. 4 years, like, come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
It makes sense
Yeah.
that Paul Heyman has a different demeanor because Roman was more like controlling and like abusive to Heyman. Rollins probably treats him more like his equal.
Solo, too. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
force.
You know, real quick. You know something that always stuck with me that is interesting about Paul about his turn to go with Seth is that I never forgot that day. I can't remember if it was an episode or if it was a PLE, but Solo had approached Paul in the ring and Punk was there too. And he told Punk, he was like, "Take me with you."
Yeah.
And I always wondered the fact that Punk didn't do that at that time. If it was low key written in the stars the whole time, that's why Paul would align himself with Seth. Because Roman didn't help him with Solo at all. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come back after Solo. Roman was on vacation after Solo. After he attacked Paul, nobody came to help him. Like nobody. It wasn't Roman or Punk. And then
Paul
I
was
just said,
packed up.
yeah. So like low key, like it really do make sense why he sided with with Seth though, because there was two major instances where somebody should have came to protect him, his best friend or his tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? And neither one of them came because one was on vacation, and then Punk was, I think, he was
He
still
was
a little
beefing
bit
with
injured at the
Drew Mac.
time.
I think he was still beefing with Drew Mac at that
Yeah,
time
he
too.
was. Yeah, matter of fact, he was beefing with Drew Mack, but that's when they were just doing the promos with each other because he couldn't wrestle yet. He was still,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
yeah,
And to add what Trav's saying, matter of fact, this was also one of my original problems with that triple threat match because if you go back to one of the original promos with Heyman and the New Bloodline, when CM Punk pop up, he was like, "It's Roman gave specific instructions. Y'all cannot touch this dude. Like he's off limits to y'all." So then when we get to the triple threat match and you got these brothers beefing, that's what was really throwing me off. Like if I had him protected, why are we now at odds all over Paul Heyman? I just don't get this. But I
yeah,
guess we see where it went, right? So
yeah,
So, what's up with the shit with Solo was like Solo when Solo was in the crowd in the Rock King? This might be off topic, but Solo was
no,
like,
because
"This
I
is
thought
all.
about this last
It's
week
all
too.
about. It's all a part of the plan. Like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to that shit?
Yeah, like it was a build. That's how I look at it. Niggas just lied to me
Oh
straight to my
my
face,
god,
and
man! Like, come on, man.
Well, you know,
niggas
with
dead
me
lie straight
being
to
the
my
head,
face.
the chairman of the board, you know, I felt like we should have did this, but I thought about it. But hey, maybe we should pivot and do this. And of course, I'm going to take credit because I'm the chairman of the board. By the way, watch my new movie, Smashing
But
Machine.
I sort of agree with Rock. Like, let's not make this about me. Let's make this about Cena
You can't
and
say
Cody.
that if
But
you spark
but
the
I
people
still
off.
feel like that he still should have kind of been hit your music, just walk. Hit your music and just walk out or whatever. You ain't gotta get involved with anything. Just hit your music and do the three fingers or whatever the fuck you need to do. I feel like that should have happened, but I do understand what he said. Like I didn't want to make that moment with Cena doing whatever he had to do about with me having nothing to do with it. So I kind of get that a little bit, but I was still wish I would have seen him on Mania. But that little shit, I don't know what the fuck was that. They must have just balled that piece of paper up and threw it in the trash can, bro. The Solo talking about this shit was all a part of the plan. Cause he
God,
disappeared for
Vegeta,
he
shit.
disappear for how many weeks did he disappear for after that dude? Like we need to see
Man,
Solo. Go
yeah,
ahead.
we ain't see Solo till like almost right before Mania.
How many times? What the fuck didn't even have a plate for Mania?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Go ahead, let the brother keep. Go ahead, Nico. Finish doing it because
Nah,
this
remember
shit doesn't make
Lucci, I was gonna say this last
sense.
episode when we talked about Solo, but I said this before, man. Pretty much what happened is Jacob came in. They didn't expect him to be overshadow Solo that way. He did that and did it fast. So
Powerful.
whatever they was gonna do with Solo, they kind of scrapped it once they realized the nigga that was standing next to him. And my son didn't even get merch out of the deal. He just was Jacob's, leader, I guess. Like that was it for him. He's supposed to be the new Roman
Hmm.
Reigns in that situation, but he ain't get no merch, no new theme music, nothing. No title run. He ain't get, not even like a world title run. He could have had anything. He could have been a U.S. champion. He ain't
Yeah,
get none of that shit though.
and it's crazy
Yeah.
because like when Solo was when Solo was the enforcer, bro, and that's the character that I always liked. I think that was his best character when he didn't talk. Like that was that was the dude Roman was scared of and shit like that or whatever, bro. Like, but when he start opening his mouth, I'm like, nah, fam, this not it.
Yeah, once they try to turn him into like a
Yeah,
comedy bit.
yeah, this not it, fam. This not it at all, man. Like just
But
the force of
at
Solo.
some point, you gotta evolve though. He can't just be the
That is true
Roman
too. Yeah.
shooter
You,
forever.
I mean, you got to evolve, but I would have liked him to stay in that same character because I mean, how long Paul been talking for Brock, bro?
Years.
See, like, come on, man. Solo didn't really, he still could have had that mystique about him. Like, you know what? Like, this nigga Roman is scared of this nigga. Like, he walked by him and bumped his shoulders and shit or whatever. The way Roman looked at him, like, I'm like, come on, bro. He held the title in his hand a few times. Like, it was like. okay, maybe, yeah. But I just don't like what they did with Solo, man.
I mean, they done a lot of messed up shit with Solo. He hasn't even been on a Royal Rumble. He hasn't been at WrestleMania.
Oh shit, he
It's a lot
hasn't
of
been in the Royal Rumble.
nah. No
Wow.
Royal Rumble, no WrestleMania. And he was. They gave him the ball last year.
And they say pretty odd. This is just a report right now, but they saying I think the Money in the Bank qualifiers start this week, and they saying it's going to be Solo versus LA Knight on Friday for one of the matches. So.
Oh wow.
That's crazy. That's
Come
insane.
on, fam. Like, come on, fam. You
Uh,
can't take LA Knight lost the championship. Like, you gotta put him in that match. Like, Solo gotta take it. Like, come on, man.
Yo, okay,
When it
so
gets to this point where we know, like who, like this
so
brother
Solo
gotta
probably
take the
wins
pick.
that now that
You
he got
don't
some
think they
more.
put LA Knight in the
Nah, so
who?
Solo got more enforcement now. Like he gonna win that.
yeah,
He
Well,
definitely
who
gonna
do
win.
LA Knight beef with? Like,
I don't know
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a weird dynamic
because
with the
I
franchise.
feel like LA Knight should not the
They
WWE
probably
title,
had
but
him beef with Drew. Now that I think about it,
man, Drew got
yeah,
problems, still got problems with Damien. That's why
yeah. That shit ain't over
he
with.
just knocked that
that's
nigga
not
tooth
over
out.
with at all, bro. Like, come on. One nigga, two got knocked out, the other nigga caught a concussion. Like, nah, bro.
but oh yeah. So all right, to close the segment, Seth comes out, starts cutting his promo, pretty much telling him, the same stuff he's been saying to Punk, like you're a cancer, all this other shit. He used the Cry Me a River line. I thought that was clever.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I like
Then
it. Sounds of Jack Perry, man.
Fuck Jack
It's
Perry.
facts.
real glass, man. It's real glass right there.
Man, fuck Jake Perry. Now, what Jake Perry
Nah,
doing
that
now?
shit, that gonna be
Hate him.
legendary, bro.
For
It's
the
real
wrong
glass.
reasons for him.
Real
Then they
glass,
had
man.
then they get to a brawl eventually, right? So
Yep.
Seth and Braun Breaker get to the ring. They start beating up CM Punk. Out of nowhere, Sammy, no music, nothing. He pops up with a chair.
That was the best. Hold on, that was the best moment of the show.
And they
They
took
ain't
your
hit the nigga
advice.
music. Just
They did take my advice because I
just
do
pull
hate
up.
when his music hit. It's like, oh my god.
Just pull up. Don't hit this nigga music, bro.
And then Jay pulled up, which was kind of awkward to me. I get it, but I don't. It's like, okay,
I get it.
I
I'm
get it.
return the favor.
I get it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Then they had the brother go backstage. He said, "Yeah, don't even worry about it, Jay. You're gonna come back out in like 20 minutes. Don't even worry about it."
What? I didn't even get to
That
see Raw this week, so
yeah, Jay came out after that, for something. Oh, I remember what it was. Was this right after this, or did a match happen after this?
What?
Jay coming back out to have a promo with Gunther of all people.
the
Oh,
fact that he
No,
like
Gunther came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
bro, the
No,
fact that
come on. The
you gotta
weekly
see the
thing here.
brother
That
two
ain't what I want to
times.
punch
Yeah,
on.
I wanted to talk about this. Oh yeah, let's get
Come
to it.
on. We got a weekly thing, with Jay. He does the Yeet party, We get the crowd hype, get to the
I'm
ring,
okay
everybody's
with
calm
that.
down, and then we gonna run it back. So he did the Yeet party. He started talking. Well, he tries to start talking. And then Gunther pops up. He said, what I'm saying? I was like, okay. As soon as the music hit, I said, I see what Paul is trying to do. I see what he's trying to do, and I'm not gonna like it. But cool. And they had their little promo. Pretty much Gunther told the nigga, like, I'm coming back for my title. Like, yeah, you got your little win off at Mania. It was a fluke. I'm going to put you in your rightful place. And Jay returned fire with, my rightful place, nigga. I'm in my, he ain't say this, but you know me, I'm paraphrasing. So,
I'm
nigga,
in
I'm
my
in my
rightful
rightful place.
place.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the world heavyweight champion. After I beat the YouTuber, I'm going to beat you again, and I'm going to walk out of there just like I walked out of WrestleMania, world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Cool. Right? My question here. Just a question. So apparently Gunther already has his rematch set up for Saturday.
I'm about to say, yeah, when
It might have
did
been
ticket
Money in the
Pat
Bank.
McAfee's ass get you a number one
and
title
they
shot?
said
That's where I was going with this. Like, what's the
Just
and
put the title
like what's
back on Jay, man. Pack Jay up.
and
On Gunther, my bad. Put the title back on Gunther, man. Pack Jay up, man.
but look, they
Here's the problem. Even if you put the title back on Gunther, then what? Because Gunther's already whooped everyone's ass on Raw.
I mean, he didn't get into like the Punks and
Yeah, he
Rollins
ain't
and
whooped
shit.
Punk's ass. Yeah, but
He
Seth is
was
also
That's
whooping
what
fighting
people. So then
he
what?
was
so
fighting
that's
Damians and Jays and shit. Like,
I got a question because I haven't really been able to catch up with the shows because I get off a little late. people been booing Seth?
It's
Yeah.
50-50.
It's
I have,
50-50.
cause
That's all about. It's
yeah,
kind of 50-50.
I can't see it. I'm just in my mind. I can't see it. That motherfucker actually booing him. Maybe
Yeah, they
because
booed him.
Paul is there.
No,
Okay.
they'll sing the song, and then after that, then he gets booed.
Yeah,
Then
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
like
once he
when
started
he
trying to
tried to
talk bad
talk,
about
yeah,
CM Punk, yeah,
yeah, the
that's
Chris
when
Jericho
he booed.
treatment, huh? Like they
yeah.
stay
They
tuned
gotta
all the
sing
way
to the
to the
song.
right. They gotta
Yeah, they
Hey
stay
gotta sing to
Lucci,
the song.
tuned.
I will
They
say
gotta
he tried to
unless
he
they
tried to
change his
pull a
song,
Cena
they're
move.
gonna sing to the song.
He
That
tried
too,
to,
yeah, it's his song. Like so, when you put that song on, they go and sing to it. There's no
Yeah.
way around that. But
Yeah,
also, he did try to pull a John Cena. He
hmm
pulled a little move to try to get some heat on him a little bit later in the show.
We talked about the
So I saw
fans.
what he was trying to do. Nah, he so pretty much all right. So they get through the first segment. You know, everybody goes to their rightful places or whatever. Jay does the promo with Gunther, and
But hold
then
up though.
go ahead.
That the match that they're having, they're saying that that's the Monday after Money in the Bank.
The
So
Monday
that's
after
in
Money in the
play.
Bank.
wait,
So
hold on, wait, what?
Jay versus Gunther.
I thought that's at Money
yeah.
in the Bank.
No, it's the Monday
He
Night
said June
Raw.
6th, right?
Is that Money in the Bank?
That's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think that's Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah,
having a
because
match at Money in the
that's
Bank.
a
Okay,
Friday.
so
June
even
6th is a
more, I mean
Friday.
that they could a cash in could happen maybe.
That's what I was thinking too. The cash in could happen same night, but y'all know, I told y'all who I might have winning, so I still see it happening, low key. I still see it happening. Don't be surprised if the brother Logan Paul come out with the championship for Money in the Bank.
Probably what's best for business.
I said either him or somebody. I forgot who the other
Logan
person was.
Paul,
I'm telling
who
you, he
else?
sold him already.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, that's not a terrible idea. Niggas ain't gonna like it.
nah.
That nigga is part time. Like
He is.
that's the definition of part
I
time.
mean,
I'm not
Hey,
trying to
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
his
like it
schedule
though, to
will
be
be a little
honest.
bit more full. If they put the title on, his schedule will
He
be a
would
little
have to
bit
be there
more full.
more. Yeah.
He's one of the biggest screamers in the world. Like, he's gonna
He don't
bring
even
them
stream
X
no more though,
amount of.
for real, for real.
Mm.
Like, he don't be
Every
on
time he
YouTube like
drive,
that
he
now.
driving. I don't think he need to be on that.
No,
Like,
I agree, he
but
doesn't. Like, he's already made his
yeah,
point there, yeah. So it's not like,
he
what the
got the
fuck else would he
boxing
be
shit
doing?
going on. His brother's boxing, like that's linked to him. He got a lot of shit that's going on to where it's gonna, bring the WWE revenue. And that's all they worried about, the dollar side right now, bro.
Hey, I just posted this thing in the main chat and Nikita Lyons beating this one chick ass on Evolve. Good
Yeah, that
God
chick,
almighty.
she's so confused. I'm gonna let you know right now, Cash. She's in my top three. I want to, yeah,
I don't want to spoil my list. So I'm not gonna
yeah.
say anything.
I'm just letting you know that she's
shout
in
out
my
to
top
Yvonne.
three, bro.
I do have a couple that will surprise you though, that I wouldn't mind if they were to dabble into that
Now
sort of
you think
entertainment.
I wouldn't mind is crazy.
Yeah, I gotta be discreet, man. You just want me to just go all out and just sell ass and shit. I ain't telling them to sell ass, but if they still happen to make a tape, it would do numbers. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, Nico.
You just want me to just
I
be
don't
on
know what kind of
Figueroa
list
selling
these brothers
cooch.
come up.
But yeah, there's a segment on Raw that we gotta discuss about how awful it was.
But which one?
Hey, Rebecca Quinn, aka Becky Lynch. Now, I wasn't around last week when you made your promo about garbage and recycling and garbage and recycling and more garbage and recycling. But this shit here, I only do what you want me to do. Like, I didn't lose. But you got pinned, so you did lose. And
You didn't
she's
like
got
the
the,
promo, Cal?
huh?
You didn't like the promo?
At all. It was confusing. It was stupid. It's what are you doing? Like, what? You came back because you filmed Star Trek and some other movie. And that's not really shit for you to do for real. For you beefing with this chick, you put her over, okay, cool. Go fight Bailey or shut the fuck up. And I'm leaning
It was
more towards you shutting the fuck up.
it was a mid promo. She didn't really get cooking to like her last like 10 bars, bro. But the crowd was very out of it. It was into it and they was out. Like she started out the gate just saying a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, it was like, I guess. She still wants to prove that she's the best. She kind of bury all like the young new talent. Okay, I guess that's
If you
all
say
out.
I'm greedy, then I'm greedy. If you said I'm selfish, then I'm selfish. If I told you to shut
Yeah,
the
see,
fuck up, would you do it?
when she got in that pocket, I'm like, okay,
She said,
this good.
"I am whatever you say
And
I
I am
am. If I
whatever you said
wasn't,
I
oh
am.
God, what I say I." You know the
Yeah,
shits, man.
she got her Slim Shady bag.
Yeah.
Mid pro.
Now hold on, before we continue, we do got the brother BRS on stage, and I know he has opinions he would like to give. So before we get to the rest of Monday Night Raw, let's let the brother get his shit off, man. BRS, what's going on?
Hey, Nico.
Hey,
Hey, guy. Trav, I got to ask you a question, bro. It's so weird. Like, we'll be having a conversation, all of us, and like, you'll just be gone. Like, you'll just float. Like, it's over. Like, that's it. You're always like disappearing. Where do you
That's
go?
Brother on the
life,
move. Brother on the
man.
move, man. Brother on
My
the
bad,
move.
man. I'm just listening. I'm listening to that. I'm tired as fuck, man. I'll be working. I go to work at like 4 a.m., bro. I'm tired as hell.
Oh, 4 a.m. Jeez, that's the worst. I'm sorry. So, yeah.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
Wait, hold on. Wait, pause. Hold on. You be having to work at 4 a.m.,
4
but you
a.m.
be
is
keeping
crazy.
us up on here for 3 to 4 hours
No,
arguing with your ass,
bro.
man.
Bro, my shit be changing. Sometimes I gotta go in super early, and sometimes I can go in like 8, 9. But
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
I be having to go in at like 4 though. Yeah, that shit.
Man,
I feel you on that shit.
I would fuck that up because I can't wake up
Cause
early.
I'd have to get up around like 6 something to be at work and
4
shit,
a.m.
man.
I'm gonna lose that job fast as
Yeah,
hell.
but my job tough though, cause I be having they give me 3 days off in a row, and it's always the weekend. It's either Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's a 4-day work week, and you get all 40 and shit.
Well, listen,
And
Trav, if you ever need help with your resume, I'll do your whole thing for free. I own a recruiting staffing firm. So if any of you guys, need help with your resume or anything, you want it redone, you want it reformatted, you want it looking nice, I'm happy to help you guys always for free, honestly. So
But
Good
whatever.
shit.
I be
Yeah,
alright.
I just
For
pimp
real.
and sell crack, so I don't really
For
need
real.
touch
I,
up
I
on my
really, I
resume.
really mean it. I'm always happy to help people. It's
Everybody
the best part.
Yes,
relax.
it looks.
We gotta get, we
Yeah.
gotta, that was Scooter, wasn't it? We gotta help this brother. We gotta help him.
Yeah, we got to get you. You
Nah, go
can't
ahead,
be
man.
starting at 4 a.m., man. That's not good.
yeah, that
Did you
shit
guys
crazy.
go through Backlash already?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but if you got some opinions and stuff, go ahead.
I mean, it was funny. So in the first match, right, the ref pulls out Priest. I'm sorry. The ref gets pulled out on the count when Drew had the count going on by Priest. And Cole goes, remember, this is a fatal 4-way. So if Priest can do that, there's no disqualifications. This is the consistency that I'm talking about. So in the main event of WrestleMania, Travis Scott pulls the ref out when Cody has the cover on. No, one-on-one match, totally not able. There's total disqualifications involved in that match. And they never say that. It has nothing to do with it. They never disqualify Cena because the ref got pulled out. It's just like those inconsistencies. Like, Cole, why are you even bringing that up? If we just saw WrestleMania 3 weeks ago, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys caught
Right.
that, but it just bothered me. It was so stupid.
I thought championship matches don't have is like a no DQ.
Nah, that's they
Nah,
have to
that's
say
I
it.
ass.
thought
They
they
have to
had
say it.
started doing that with like a no count out, no,
Nah.
that's
If
why
if it's
brothers
just
can
a
go in the
one-on-one
crowd.
match, it's definitely DQ. They just do that
Yeah,
sometimes.
It's a
if it's no
DQ.
DQs or countouts, you got to actually announce that. That's got to be part
It's
of the
definitely
stipulation.
not a count out. Like Like, pay attention to like they don't count them brothers like
Bro,
when in the
they're just
championship
not
matches
consistent
at
in
all.
their rules, and they try to look smart by announcing it half cold. Oh, he can do that. They're not consistent with their
Yeah.
rules.
It's like, just imagine there's 3 seconds left in the NBA finals. A guy drives. They're about to call a foul on the Lakers, but LeBron James takes the ref's whistle and holds his arm so he can't call the foul. Now, it's literally the same equivalent. Like, oh, you should be immediately disqualified from any legitimate match if you pull the ref out. Even worse than touching the competitor. If you pull the ref out to stop something that's about to happen, that should be it. I mean, obviously, look, I get it. It's WWE, but like, it just was so stupid. But I don't know, guys. The thing about the main event that was so stupid, Randy and Cena, I just have to say this. The ref is
Oh
dead.
shit!
The ref gets knocked out ringside, right? The ref is dead. This is the second time he's gone down. And then the new ref comes in, and that ref gets fucking nailed in the ring, and then they all rush in to check on the well-being of the second ref. Meanwhile, they don't give a shit about the first ref who's dead at ringside for 5 minutes, 6 minutes. They don't check on him at all, and it's just to get the crowd riled up, right? With RKO, 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 to all this, to this one, to that one. I just thought it was the dumbest thing, man. I like ref bumps. I have no problem with them, but like, I just thought that
Some
was
ref bumps
the
are
stupidest.
hilarious.
Yeah, I just thought that was. Why do you only care about the second ref? Why does the first ref being dead on the ground not matter to any of you at all? And why are 7 of you coming in the ring to check on a ref when there was just 2 ref bumps and no one checked on the other ref? It was just so
Yeah,
dumb. I thought it was
it
really
was so
stupid, guys.
it was so
You know what?
overproduced.
I admire your input on shit because you say a lot of shit that we don't even think about as
I
far
think
as how crazy it looks.
yeah, it was just like, it was the dumbest thing. Really, really stupid. And then, you know, I don't know, man. Like the truth coming in to stop. Look, I have no problem with that, but I just think it just could have been done a lot differently, and it was obviously just done to get Randy one more RKO. I mean, really, other than that, I didn't think Backlash was really terrible. I thought it was actually better than WrestleMania in certain ways, but I just didn't think it was like if you missed it, it didn't matter. And Raw, I honestly thought was the worst show of the maybe the worst Raw of the year, other than the CM Punk segment at the beginning. Nothing on that show really mattered. Nothing.
That point. To further expound upon your take, I think this upcoming main event is gonna be better than Backlash.
I totally agree with you. And then the other thing about Backlash, bro, that I had to bring up that I forgot is Gunther saluting McAfee at the end. I actually really liked that
Why?
match. Why is he saluting him at all? Why is
You was trying
Gunther
to
kind of
cheat to win.
like, why is Gunther
Yeah, that
like
was so
giving this
stupid.
weird salute in the ring after a standoff? It's not his character to, he just wanted to kill the guy. And even like how a lot of these matches are starting off with collar and elbow tie-ups, like, you know, if I'm Pat, like, I'm not trying to collar and elbow tie up this guy. He just put your friend down. He left you almost choked out. Like, wouldn't you think Pat would like try to jump on him or attack him like crazy, like at the beginning? Like every one of these matches, like even the Cena Cody match, it started with a collar and elbow tie up. Like, what are they doing that for? I don't know. Just little things like that to me make no sense. But, I don't know. I digress. I'll let you guys go, but just those few things.
No, those are great points.
Well, the Gunther and passion, I feel like that was just more of a respect. That's like more of like if someone been bullying you, you finally stand up for yourself. Like,
I get it, it's a break
they
kayfabe
might not
moment,
Okay.
come
but
and and shake your head like, but they respect you now, and they probably not gonna be fucking with you no more. Like on some shit, you know what I'm
Here's
saying?
Yeah,
Like
that
you
makes
here's
stood
sense.
up
my
for
problem.
yourself.
That
Well,
makes sense.
I need to see that in you. Like, pause, damn,
Here,
that was
honestly,
here's
wild.
my
I would have
problem.
wanted. What I would have rather seen was if you're gonna do
Damn,
that,
bro.
do it backstage. Like, still keep that level of kayfabe going in the ring. Outside
But
of
why
him,
he
you
can't
would give
do
that
that on
respect.
camera, Cass? Why he can't do
Why
that on
would you
camera when you
want to
know
portray
that
yourself as a top heel?
as a heel, it's
here's
more
why.
about okay, I respect you. Is it not like think about what Cody and Brock did when Brock sneak attacked Cody and Brock was clearly the heel. But after the three matches, what Brock did after the last match, he shook Cody's hand
That's not the
and
same
walked
because they
off.
wrote Brock off TV after that. So of course he's going to do that. That
But
makes sense.
I'm saying from a heel aspect, like we all was, Cody was the face, Brock was the heel, and what they've been doing the last two matches or whatever. Like, come on, bro. At
Right.
the
It
end of the
would have
day,
made sense if that happened and then if Pat was going away for a while or Gunther was going away for a while, then that would make sense. But we literally saw both of them Monday and they didn't even acknowledge it like nothing fucking happened.
Here's my
it was a
problem.
respect factor.
Here's
That's what I'm saying.
I just want to
Like if Trav would have went beat Gio up or whatever, like Gio still could
chill.
have been barking at BC or whatever. I wasn't gonna let that happen because Gio my guy or whatever. But like at the end
Gio
of
would
the
got
day,
them
like
jokes.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna fuck with Trav no more or whatever. But you know what? I respect you, bro. I'm pulling up and shit or whatever. Now
Gio
let
Lucci,
me
would
go
got
bully
them
somebody
jokes.
else. You see
Lucci.
what I'm saying? Let me go bully somebody else now. But I respect you because you came, you pulled up, we did our thing, you got the ups on me. All right, damn, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna go try to bully and troll somebody else or whatever.
You see, I ain't got trolls since then, right?
I don't know what's going on.
They can't
Yeah,
troll you.
yeah,
Like
I
when they
know.
gonna
Yeah, I
call you
know.
for showing up?
Let
Yeah,
me
I
stop
know.
breaking that
I
up.
know. I know.
I
I
got,
know. I
but
know.
I got one more question before I go. When is the last time, and this for you too, DSR? I say DSR, DRS. DRS.
Every week,
Nah,
you and
nah.
Chris is disrespectful on this platform, man.
He said, all right,
DRS,
man.
bro. I had to look at the chat. I had to look at the thing. When is the last time we seen a disqualification in a championship match?
Oh man,
It's been a minute.
that's a really long time ago. You know what? I think it was Roman Seth at the Royal Rumble when Roman hit Seth with the chair
Mm.
a million
Okay.
times.
Okay. But it had to be a million times, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. That's what I want to feel. All right. I'm
Yeah, but it's
good.
like
When's the last
when
time you
did that
saw a
become a
double
thing
countout?
though?
Because that's what I was trying to tell you. I don't think they do like when championship matches go it's no DQ. I feel like it always is no DQ when I know it's a world title match at hand. It's like a no DQ match.
But when they do a no DQ match, they always make it like, there's no rules. So then you could hit people
Yeah.
with chairs, you could bust out
Yeah.
tables, you could do whatever, you know,
Hmm.
with a ref being up and there's nothing that can be done. That's the difference, That's why
Yeah.
if you do no DQ, there's then weapons and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I will.
I wanted to say something, man, because I feel like we let this slide, and I can't let it slide. So
Oh shit.
first of all, Triple H has been doing a lot of bullshit.
Come here,
Like
Hunter.
I ain't even gonna lie, but it's cool. I'm not gonna punch
Oh,
him. I'm not gonna punch him too crazy because I'm a little tired. It's cool. But what I will say is that I don't even know where to begin, man. Yo, that Jay Gunther segment yesterday night, bro, showed me even more how much of a waste of time that match was at WrestleMania. The entire not because Jay won. I'm cool with Jay winning, but we did. This is why I'm saying this. We did all of that to make him go against Pat the next match,
yeah. I just
to
said
go
that,
to
right?
go back in the ring with Jay and act like he's gonna challenge him for the championship. Number one. Number two.
Why couldn't they just do it at Backlash?
Yeah. No, number two. Why does he deserve a match?
Who, Gunther?
Yeah. Why?
I mean, technically, you're supposed to get that rematch clause.
They
Okay.
don't do that
Supposed to.
anymore. The rematch
Yeah,
clause
they
isn't
kind
even.
of they kind of
And here's
subjective
and
with
here's
it.
my problem. Look,
I haven't seen
this
them
is
do that in a
this
minute.
exactly, and that's my problem because if now we doing rematch clauses,
They don't
then
do that.
why didn't we do it for the other championship
Yep.
belt.
Yep.
Why do we just
They
ignore
don't do
that?
that.
And
They
and
don't
then
do that.
and then for that person, why do we do it twice with him? We did it with Roman. He didn't do a rematch, and with Cena. But then we go to Gunther and we say, "Oh nah, rematch clause. Yeah, he can get his rematch." That don't make sense to me. It seemed like they just doing anything, and it seemed like something. It seems to me like something else was planned, and they diverted back to Gunther Jey because I don't. This is what I'm thinking, right? There's a possibility Logan Paul's gonna win that championship. I'm hoping to God that he doesn't. I ain't gonna lie, but there's a strong possibility. I don't think that's gonna happen because that's gonna be
That's for business. It's
they
best for business,
too.
though, Trey.
I don't not in this situation
It's
because it's two heels. It's the way those them two types of heels. That's not gonna do anything for the business, honestly. So they need Jay. It would make more sense to have Jay retain the belt against Logan and then have him do a rematch against Gunther. So that's what's gonna happen. So
hmm
for to me, it's like, so we really gonna do this rematch, and then are we gonna have Gunther lose again? I'm a fan of Jay. I like Jay.
Goldberg gonna help Jay win
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
Why?
because we gonna
Why?
set up Goldberg and Gunther.
Well,
No.
That's
Here,
true.
but here's this. But here, check me out though. This is why I'm saying why. So y'all mean to tell me that somebody's? Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Somebody might.
Marshall Scooter.
Y'all gonna tell me that we gonna have this because this is how I'm thinking about it. Gunther don't have nobody that's really like on his side fighting for him. He just like a one man show right now because he don't got Kaiser with him no more.
Which
So
is weird, but okay.
which is yeah, it is a little weird, but it's cool. So my thing is, why? What would be the reason that Goldberg needs to interfere with Jay and Gunther? What would be the reason? They're not family. There's nothing that they
Because
have to do with each other. Why would he interfere?
There's a
So now,
reason, but
but
I
he,
think
so
I,
sheesh.
there's no reason. There's no reason at all.
Uh,
What's the
you're
reason?
100, you're
I don't know. I
100%
don't
right.
think they have a reason, bro. But
no, no, no,
I
no.
think
There.
like at the end,
So
no,
oh, go ahead.
with the situation with Jay winning that WrestleMania, bro, it's almost like what they try to do at PLE's, what you call it. I want the fans to go home happy. I
No,
can't let
man.
Gunther win and Cena win the 17 like two heels. I don't. Has that ever happened at WrestleMania before
My thing,
No,
on the
Lucci.
two nights?
All right, but look, that all Lucci.
Jay could have won that Money in the Bank. So what I'm trying to say, Chad, I think Jay could have won Money in the Bank and cashed in on Gunther, and then got the title or whatever. But him actually beating them clean, I think that was more of being forced to. You know what? I got to give the fans something good to go home happy about. So I can't let Gunther win against somebody who's clearly over, and then we already know Cena's gonna win night two, and that's like two heels winning, and the fans are
Yeah,
disappointed
yeah,
because it come there to cheer the baby face.
okay.
yeah,
So
So
I
I
can
was
but
answer
we
thinking
that
gotta,
about
question for
that.
you.
we gotta think about it from what makes sense, right? So my thing
No,
is,
it's, yeah,
all right, let's think into the future. All right, we sitting down, we watching Backlash. I mean, I said Backlash. We watching Money in the Bank. All right, cool. We see Gunther and Jay come out there for their match, heavyweight championship match. You feel me? 1v1. For what reason would Goldberg even be there in the first place? That's
I
what
what
I'm
you
answered that
talking
saying.
about
question for
now?
you.
That's
There's a legit answer to that question actually.
what is the
Hey,
answer?
Goldberg wants to smoke.
So, but this is my thing. But this is what I'm trying to break down. Though this is what I'm trying to break
It
down.
doesn't make
Lucy,
sense.
what you saying could be very true. Goldberg could want to smoke with Gunther. So
It don't make sense.
my thing is, why would we put Gunther back in the ring with Jay on Monday Night Raw? What is the purpose of doing
Now
that?
that part I don't get, but the whole Goldberg Gunther thing, they've been
Yeah, but
plotting that for a while. Like if you
we
go
have to
back to
connect things. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why I'm saying that I feel like something changed recently because yesterday didn't make any sense at all. We skipped past that pretty brief. I was surprised.
I
Yesterday,
mean
that whole
shit.
segment didn't make any sense at
Up
all.
until last week, we thought
Well,
it was going to be Logan versus Jay at
Yeah.
Backlash. That didn't happen, so that's
So,
possible.
well,
I think it
well,
switched since Royal Rumble, bro. Since Jay Jay winning the Royal Rumble, like it was like a trickle down of like okay, all kind everything else got to you know
well,
from him winning that Royal
the
Rumble.
thing the thing that you gotta hate about it is when Gunther comes out, he's basically giving you that Jay is beating Logan Paul or there's gonna be some sort of
Exactly.
See,
disqualification.
That's my
yeah,
point.
see,
That's part of my
So
point.
you hate that. And then what I was talking about with the Gunther salute to Pat, if you wanted to bring Goldberg back in a really logical way, you have Gunther in that ring start pushing around instead of saluting Pat, right? He
During
starts kind of shoving him while he's standing up and shoving him a little bit. And Cole gets in the ring and he gives him a little shove. And then all of
thank
a
you,
sudden, Goldberg,
thank you,
boom, saving, kind of standing up for the, people would have liked that and it would have actually made sense. Like,
thank
okay,
you.
I'm here to,
Are you
maybe he's even
saying
in street
that
clothes.
Goldberg's
He doesn't need to be
caused
ready to
Gunther
wrestle,
to win
But
his pet?
but
But what BRS is saying is the reason why I brought this up because that makes sense. That's why it literally makes no sense for Goldberg to interfere with Jay versus Gunther. So now we're in a position where we gotta look into the future now. Now we're in a position where people are going to be complaining. If Jay win, people are going to complain, and if Gunther win, people are going to complain. That's where we at with it now. And it's not the good complaints where it's good for publicity. Like, oh, it's the complaints of why are we burying Gunther after what he's done for the company, and it's going to be why are we having Jay win clean or whatever the case may be, or if Goldberg comes back, why are we having Goldberg interfere to help Jay out? They have nothing to do with each other.
I think folks
So
are going
if
to
the
complain
right way to
regardless,
do it
though.
was at the end of that backlash match again.
exactly,
But, they're in the ring with Pat. Goldberg comes out. Boom. Everyone's popping because Pat's getting bullied more after the match, putting up a valiant effort. Instead, they have Gunther give him a salute and walk out of the ring.
yeah,
How weird.
that makes
Now,
no sense.
the only thing that you could do that would make sense at this point, to your point, Trav, is just at the, during that Logan Paul, Jay match, if before you have some sort of segment backstage, Gunther saying, I want Jay to win because I want to kick his ass, I want to get my title back from him. And you have Gunther interfere in the match almost on behalf of Jay, and Goldberg comes out and spears him on the ringside or something like that. Not to help Logan Paul necessarily at all. There's no tie-in,
That's a
but
good
just
point.
to screw with Gunther. And that would be the only thing that would be left to make sense. Otherwise, the whole thing doesn't make sense, like you're
Right,
saying.
right, yeah. That I didn't think about that, but yeah, that would be it would be one thing. That would be the one thing. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else is. I'm starting to think at this point that Goldberg is not coming back. Watch, just pay attention to how things go. I'm starting to think that they pivoted because we don't know for sure that Goldberg is coming back. I think he was supposed to come back. There was other times where he could have come back. So now I don't. Maybe he's not ready yet. So they needed to make some more time. You know what I'm saying? It's something that happened for sure because it doesn't make any sense for Gunther to salute Pat. You know what I'm saying? After all of that, he salutes Pat, which doesn't make any sense. You just almost tried to kill him. Now you saluting him, and then after that, you basically going heel again, saying, "Oh, I hope it's you, Jay." It didn't make any sense at all. Something's going on where they're pivoting the story, and you could tell it's obvious. So we're gonna see in the next few weeks. I'm starting to think Goldberg is not coming back when people originally thought. I'm starting to think that, but we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say too though is if Jay loses this belt to Gunther, oh my God, yo, I'm gonna come in here for an hour. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm a
he
I'm gonna
has
yell
to.
at Paul
What's going on, my
for
guy? What's
60
going
He
on?
minutes.
ha- he has to. That's my grass, huh?
Bro,
What's going
I'm
on,
telling you,
guys?
bro. I'm punching on Paul Levesque for 59 minutes and 59 seconds if Gunther beats
But
Jay again because that
So,
means
so,
this was a waste of time.
he has to though,
so
Trav.
he's
Like
There's
probably
no
gonna hold the.
if they made Jay beat Gunther at WrestleMania just to lose to him and then the whole thing with Pat McAfee. I mean, I, that that just doesn't make any sense. They might as well just kept the bet on Gunther.
So my,
but
so,
they
so I
can't.
agree. I
Go ahead,
agree
my
with you,
bad.
right? I don't. From everything that looks like, right? It looks like that Jay's gonna hold the belt until probably
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam,
SummerSlam, probably.
yeah.
Probably SummerSlam. I don't think they put it back on Gunther right away. I think Gunther goes to SmackDown. I think he's done everything on Raw, storyline wise,
I like
segment
it.
wise.
I like it.
There's nothing left for him to prove on Raw. He's pretty much like,
Everything.
let's say right now, if he retired like tomorrow, right? Hall of Fame for sure. Hall of
Yes.
Fame career for sure. So I think he has nothing left to prove on Raw. He, like, after the draft, I think he should go to SmackDown. I think the SmackDown division does need somebody on there who could put asses in seats, who could have
Yeah, they're starving over there.
yeah. So like
They
But
this,
need somebody.
but Chris, before you continue, well, SmackDown's going to have all new rosters too. So like you could say, oh yeah, he just
not
belongs
not
on a
not
different
until
show.
not until what is it? When is that deal? It's supposed to be August. August.
Yes,
So technically
SmackDown is
no.
dying right now.
So yeah,
SmackDown is
you're
dying.
so one of those things I think is that Gunther should be on SmackDown to help revolutionize that SmackDown roster. I mean, wow, Roman and Cody, that SmackDown roster is
Yep,
kind of in flux right now.
that's a
It is
fact.
in flux. So I mean, at the end of the day, not every, like I was saying with the Julia and Stephanie, not every like women's roster too. Like not everybody should be on the women's SmackDown or the women's Raw roster. Some should go SmackDown, and that's okay. Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. But Gunther has nothing left to prove on this Raw roster. He can literally go to SmackDown and make the he probably can make the U.S. title worth like watching again. If I'm being honest,
I ain't
he
gonna lie,
probably can
man.
make
Well,
I
don't
the.
think
touch my
Jacob would
grass.
be fire.
What brand is Cena on?
He's on
I'm trying
Raw.
to figure that
He's
out
on
because
Raw.
he's on Raw and Jay's on Raw.
Yeah.
Well, really, Cena does
Like,
both.
come
Cena's on
on, somebody got to
SmackDown.
figure
Not
this
He's
on
shit.
he's
Raw.
SmackDown champ.
Cena's not on Raw.
Oh,
Cena's SmackDown title. Cena has the SmackDown title. He
But
he
he's
does.
been on
does,
But
both
but
but
shows.
he appears more on Raw than SmackDown.
on Raw. That's why I had to ask him, like, what, like, so what fucking, like, I'm confused with the Cena shit or whatever, like, because Brother B
Yeah. So he
made it
has. So
to the
he
Netflix
has.
shit,
He has. He has like what I think
the
like
Undisputed
14
title.
more scheduled dates. His last one is in New. Is where he's from, which is Boston. That's his
Boston, yeah,
last.
TD Garden.
So they're gonna do like a pay per view. They're gonna do like a special pay per view. They haven't released the name of the pay per view yet. But I'm pretty sure that he's right now he's on the Raw roster. So I mean,
He's on a Raw roster,
yeah.
okay.
So it's pretty much like you guys remember Avengers Day, like 2000 and what 5, like when Batista and Cena were like champion at the same time, and SmackDown went through like flux where they were looking for the championess, and then Batista went to SmackDown. It's kind of like that right now. It's kind of like that. It's like I
They
don't,
doing smart by not advertising that shit though, like,
yeah.
cause I'm confused about who champion Cena is for because
You're
he's
probably
a way more
you're probably
raw.
gonna see Jacob and you're probably gonna see Jacob and Dominic switch. You're probably gonna see Jacob go to Raw and you're gonna see Dominic go to SmackDown. If I'm being honest. Honestly.
Mm,
You're probably gonna see both
They
championships switch, honestly. If we're being honest.
they need to just put Jay on the C brand, man. Let Jay
I
go
think
wherever, man.
I think that's where they're gonna go. I think that Jay's gonna go to SmackDown and John's gonna stay on Raw. Yeah.
Where
But
Roman go?
Mm, man,
he's
well,
that's a thing too because he's only got 2 more years
put
left.
Roman on the C brand, man.
What you mean
He's
2 years?
got 2 more years
He
left. I
need
mean,
help over there.
he's a part timer right now technically. So I mean,
I'm
I
telling
don't
you,
know.
What you
He
mean
need
stop.
2
help.
years
He
left?
need help on the C brand, man. Like, put Roman over there, man.
Yo,
He need help.
I'm telling y'all, man, Roman, he on some funny shit, but he doing that shit with the Rock. That shit,
What you
I don't
I
even,
mean?
don't know. I don't know. Hey, did you guys
yo,
watch
What you
NXT
mean he
today?
on
Did you
yo,
some
guys
that
watch
funny
NXT?
shit?
that shit with the Rock, bro. That I'm telling you, Roman ain't like that shit either. He wanted to have that. I tried to tell y'all this last year.
Did you
He wanted to
did you
have
guys
that
see
match with
NXT
the
or
Rock.
no?
Nah, we just tonight.
But so they got
I'm
like a segment going on. It's so funny. So you guys remember John and like Chris Jericho's Fozzy versus him rapping? Like that. So they're doing the same thing. They're having Trick have a rap concert and Joe Hendry have a singing concert. It's on NXT next week.
oh
Man,
no.
Yeah.
That is
I was like, I'm
crazy.
like, who comes up with this shit?
That's some Vince shit right there.
Somebody
Like,
pulled the
That's
John
Triple H
John
gift,
that's
John
low.
man.
Cena
That's low
John
key gonna be
Cena
fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What? Come on, hey,
John Michaels like
we
Vince
come from
Vince
battle rap circle, but come on,
he from that Vince cloth.
fam.
they're like, oh yeah, Trick is gonna be the rapper, and then Neil's gonna
Joe
be a
Hendricks
singer.
is
Like,
not a
yeah,
liar, bro.
I
that's
mean,
gonna
guess
be
what?
so
That's fine,
well.
right?
Joe
He
Hendricks
can
is not
sing
a
while talking
liar,
though,
bro.
right?
Like,
Like
come on, we
that's
gotta
good.
stop this shit. He's not a liar,
But
man.
niggas said they
Not
wanted
even
this type of entertainment though, so yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
okay.
But I will say, from my brief overviews, I came in hella late, guys. Like, I just got done with school. I got finals tomorrow, so I'm coming in
Oh,
kind of late. SmackDown, I'll give my Raw was decent. Um, it is what it is. I mean, I think after the draft it'll kind of be a little bit more better. I think you're struggling with storylines right now because, like I said, John is appearing on Raw sometimes, and then you got Punk, and then the segment that took like 25 minutes. That segment, like 15, 25 minutes. So I mean,
That's crazy.
there's time
BRS said
constraint.
this was like one of the worst Raws of the year, and you said it was
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
good.
It was not bad. I think some people
It
are
was
milking it.
terrible.
It was not that bad.
Raw
He
was
said one of the
terrible.
worst of the
He said
year.
it's one of the
It was
worst
not.
Raws of the
And
year.
It
and
was
by the
not
way,
that bad.
SmackDown was completely unwatchable.
Oh
It
my
might have been the
god.
worst show on
Oh, okay.
television.
Now we're milking it. Now we're milking it. Now we're milking
Hey,
it.
Yo,
Or now we're
yo,
that's
milking
the
it.
C
SmackDown,
brand, man.
yo,
That's the
All right.
C
SmackDown,
brand, bro.
yo,
I told y'all that,
bro,
bro.
SmackDown
That's the
was
C
so
brand.
bad, bro. Like that
Yeah.
ass was fellas. Like I was
They
feeling
don't
so
sell
bad.
tickets, man. They don't sell tickets, man.
Well, that's why the
SmackDown, bro.
releases happen because some of them they're
Yeah.
like realizing like, hey, some of them are not selling. Like some of these people that are on the cards are not selling.
That shit was ass, bro. I
You
had,
Who
I missed, a good portion of it, but I watched that shit the next day. I was falling asleep, bro. I said, bro, like, what the fuck is
I won't
this
say
bullshit?
John's promo actually delivered, and I can see they're gonna turn him face. I can see they're gonna turn him baby face before the ends before the time is
I
up.
try to tell them that.
They're gonna turn him
Try to
baby
tell
face.
them. Yeah.
wait, Touchcraft is
He's
saying
second
Braun
guessing
Breaker? Is that
himself
what
though,
he's
right?
saying?
You touch
No,
my grass?
I just see it from like promos wise and like his and
Yeah.
like when they had that match against Randy, like he stood in that like segment. You could tell like he was kind of like catching himself at the
Second
moment,
guessing
like that.
himself.
Did
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what happened
hmm
at the press conference after the
I did,
show?
I did. That trip was wrong in that shit. Why are you interfering in another man's business?
What? He helped him. What you
And
No,
then
mean?
no.
and that was
John did not
still
need
like
his
he
help.
still stayed in the
Okay, let's
ring
be
though,
honest.
right?
Did
You
John
right.
Cena
That
need our
business
truth
was
to
that
tell?
naked Cena.
Hell
You
no.
right that no, don't get me wrong. You're right that he didn't need his help, but at the end of the day, he still did help. So
And
He
John
did
was
need his help. He was about to get his
he
head kicked off.
hey, at the end there, John said, hey, one more time and I'm going to put you through the table. He did it one more time and he put him through the table. I'm like, what do you want me to
And
do?
man,
He didn't even say
Randy
nothing
had to
mean to
land.
him though.
You know,
Like
what do
he
you
went
mean?
to
Randy
What
talk
do
and
you want
had
said,
me
to
to
let
do?
me
He gave
say
him,
hold
something.
up, hold up.
he was nice. He was nice enough to give him a warning. Hey, when somebody, a grown man tells you, hey,
Yeah.
one more time and I'm going to pop the shit out of you. You're not going to
So,
antagonize him.
so,
And our
so,
truth did
so
One
that.
more
let me
motherfucking
pick
word out your mouth.
let me pick your brain real quick. Let me pick your brain. So
Hey, Randy haven't landed that kick in about like 10 years though, man. Let's be honest, bro. Like
Okay,
when the last
I'm
time
waiting
we
for you
seen
to pick
an
my brain.
actual
Go ahead.
punch?
Go ahead.
so
What's your question?
you telling me that they gonna turn John Cena face. So
Absolutely.
what? So
Absolutely.
so are you telling me that the next time we see Codis
Who the
Rhodes,
heck is? Oh,
he's gonna be a heel? Is that what you're telling me?
like I said, my thing. Kay called me crazy when I said this. I think they run it back in New Orleans. I think so. Honestly,
Okay.
if I'm being honest, the way that the match ended at the previous Mania and this and that, and the way it's looking right now, I think there's a
Wait,
chance that Cena.
wait.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what's
Let's run it back in New
Nor?
Orleans, man.
You talking about New Orleans like WrestleMania?
Mania. Yep, and I think it's going to be Cody and
Oh
Cena
yeah,
running it
no,
back.
you, bro,
Scott, I mean,
bro, he's
first of
not
all,
even gonna be around.
It's
they
going to be
already announced.
Cody as the heel, Cena as the babyface.
Brother, Cena is not
That's it.
gonna be at. All right, so audience, let me tell y'all.
He's not gonna be in.
Shout out to
I don't
Touch
think he'll
Grass.
be that here.
Shout out to my guy Touch Grass. He pulled up. I'm just looking to let everybody else
Touch
know.
my grass, man.
I'm
Grass
telling you
will be
that
he will
the
be
way it's
no
looking.
let me get it off. Touch
Okay.
Grass will be watching John Cena next year at WrestleMania on M- Mars because on Earth John Cena will not he's not gonna be at the next
Yeah, I
WrestleMania.
don't think he's
I
gonna
will
make it to
tell
either
you
one.
right now,
He out of there.
the way it's looking, there is no way the way that match ended for Cena, there is no way you're telling me he liked the way it ended like that. There
Listen,
is
man,
no way.
Can we? Is
Jonathan
this?
Jonathan Majors Cena is not
That is
going.
not his last. That is not his middle name.
What is the pay per view
That is
in
not his
December?
middle name. That is not his
What?
middle name. Don't disrespect him like that. He never hit a woman.
Oh
I've
my
never.
God! Hey,
Nah, he's
Hey,
running
you
from
Scott,
got
that
it.
woman.
hey,
Hey,
You got
guys,
what's the pay per view in December? What's the pay per view in December
It's
before
gonna
you decide?
be
Saturday night's main event. Saturday night's
it's
main event. And they
Survivors.
already announced,
You got Survivor Series. You got Elimination Chamber, and then you got what is it?
Yo, bro, they already
in
announced
December.
his last match will be in Boston in December. That's it. It's
And
going
you
to
know
be
how
in
much they
Boston.
lie?
He's not. He's not.
You know how much they lie on what they
Bro,
shit?
he's not lying, bro. He's not going
I'm
to be.
telling
Nah,
you.
He's
Cena
not
ain't
going to be
lying.
here next
I think
April.
it's gonna really because that'll mean all his promos was ass though. He lied about
Yeah,
like
I
he's
don't
not
know.
going.
I
not
just
really
the
like
He's
way
not going.
they're talking
I
about it, I just
probably
think
believe
they're
him
running
on
back
that.
in Mania.
Choose
I just think
choose choose another date. He won't be here next April. Next April,
He could. I
John Cena
mean,
gonna be in his cabin in North Dakota somewhere hunting deer and black-tailed jackrabbits and all type
you're
of shit.
thinking of Brock Lesnar. That dude does not hunt. Have you
hold
seen
up.
him? He does not hunt.
Oh yeah,
The
you might.
championship has been decided
He
at
gonna learn.
Elimination Chamber before though, right?
He gonna pick up some
That
hobbies.
people fought.
Okay, and another thing that I came in, it's that Goldberg has personally selected Gunther to be his last match, so it will happen at SummerSlam. 1,000%
Man,
right.
if he can't do it, it won't.
I mean, it just has to make sense creatively. I mean, technically, Gunther does. What does Gunther have going for him right now besides chasing the title again? Nothing really. So I mean,
Yeah.
Goldberg putting Goldberg out of his misery, and respectfully fuck Goldberg because I think he's a piece of crap. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't like
But
I got
yeah,
beef with Goldberg. That Bray Wyatt shit, but I ain't gonna get into that.
yeah. That pissed me off too. Rest in peace to
Yeah,
Bray Wyatt.
I
Um,
absolutely hated that.
yeah, that
Absolutely
shit
hated
pissed me off because not only did you just disrespect Bray Wyatt's reign, you disrespected all the hard work that Bray Wyatt did up to that.
it. Yeah,
So
that's a fact. I definitely agree with that.
yeah, so I will say that Gunther personally, Goldberg personally selected Gunther to be his last match, so it's definitely gonna happen. I don't know. He did have a podcast saying that, he felt like he was a WCW guy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, bro, you literally got the 2 championship reigns when you came back. So, if anybody did him disservice, it was probably the way they did, Bray Wyatt with 1 month title reign and he lost went to Randy at WrestleMania.
Wait. So are we following Goldberg for that, or are we following Vince for that?
What is it? What?
That Goldberg beat Bray. Are we following Goldberg, or are we following Vince for
Well,
that?
that was both. I give because Goldberg did the Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you really rock with me, and I know that, so I'm gonna ask you for this favor, and that's
Yeah,
what you
but
gotta do.
Cash, so he came out of the interview and said that when he came back, he felt like he was a WCW guy. Even though he was handed he was handed 2 championships when he came back and was on a part-time schedule. That,
Okay.
that, that's just stupid for him to come out of his mouth. So that's my beef with him. That's my beef.
Okay.
It's that's just my beef with him. It's just the constant need to be in the headlines for nothing. That's my issue. It's like you don't have to go out and say some clickbait shit just to get your name out. Like we get it, you want to retire. Like when Batista wanted to retire, he made it known, like, hey, I want to wrestle Triple H, but he never went out to bury, Hunter. It was more so, hey, I just really want a match. Goldberg is just like, I'm desperate. I'm really desperate. So let me just say some shit so they can bring me back. And that's what he's getting. It's gonna be at SummerSlam, Gunther and Goldberg. And unfortunately, Gunther has to work with Goldberg because Goldberg is really limited. Really limited. So, it is what it is.
They need to get that Goldberg shit the fuck out of here. If you want me to keep it really honest, they need to get that shit the fuck
He's
out of
like,
here.
he's like 50 years old, isn't he? He's like 50, right?
It's not even, you know what? It's not even that for me. Like, it's cool because a lot of wrestlers be older. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
It's
most
the
50
fact
year
he
olds look
never.
better than him, though.
Well, I mean, he's not in bad shape for a 50-something-year-old.
Okay, but
I ain't
can
saying that.
actually wrestle. I mean, they're not, he almost killed the
Goldberg
Undertaker.
never
That's the
could
problem
He,
though.
wrestle.
That's the problem. He never comes around ever. Like he lit like
I'm
legit. He
saying
does not
he
come
almost
around.
killed the Undertaker, like
Yeah, but
in Saudi.
okay, so
Yeah.
but Goldberg never could wrestle though. So
Yeah,
like,
he can never wrestle. I
He
mean, you
He,
and
you
he
see
he
him
almost
in
he
the
literally.
almost killed Undertaker because he had a concussion, not because of his
Well,
wrestling
no,
skills.
well,
and
no. He
whose fault
gave
was that?
Undertaker.
He decided to headbutt the door. Like what?
No, he got a
fine.
concussion because he did the the he tried to run into
He tried to go for a
uh
spear and actually hit like the
in
post.
the turnbuckle, and he hit his head on the post, and he got a concussion.
That's not what I heard. I heard that he headbutted the door and concussed on his way in.
You can look at I saw it on Undertaker's documentary of his
Last ride,
last
the last
run.
match.
Yeah, the last ride
I
documentary,
gotta look
and
this
that
up.
it's like he's talking about how Goldberg got the concussion during the match,
Well,
and that's why.
he's the one that was doing the moves.
I mean, concussions happen though. It's not like that don't have nothing to do with his skills. It's just something
No,
that
but
happened.
concussions happen when you don't. Concussions happen when your technique is wrong. So it was his fault.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
because
and I
that's
just,
not true though. Because he get concussions a lot. It's not
Yeah,
really
because
about
they
the
but
let him
Scooter,
skills.
rest.
okay, Scooter, can he wrestle? Though? That's our biggest thing right now. Can he wrestle and like put over
No, but
Gunther?
No.
but the example you used was incorrect. I was just correcting with that example. Not I wasn't defending that he can wrestle.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
so can we be honest? Like at that point, can we fault his training? Can we fault WCW
But how
for the
much more
fact that
training
they
does he
didn't
need?
properly?
He's been in the
Why are
business
we
for
fault? All
25
right.
years.
Why are we faulting why are we faulting a company because he can't wrestle? Like, relax.
But like Cash, but
Because the
like he's
company
been
He's
in
put
not
him
even
the
on
around
he.
no
TV
more.
Okay,
knowing
all
he
right,
was
Cash.
limited in his
So
skills.
he's been in the
Well, he
business for 25 years, Cash. What more
Okay,
training does he need? Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you have 25 years under your belt and you can't wrestle properly and you can't, the other person has to go out of the way to lead you through all the whole match. Like, what
yo,
else do
Cash
you
is
want? We
crazy.
don't see what else do you want him to do. Like, I'm so confused. Like, I feel bad for Gunther because he's gonna have to carry this whole match by himself because Goldberg is so limited. Like, we
here's
seen him in his last
why.
Man,
match.
Okay, here's why I
man,
said what I said.
Okay.
Okay, for one, he started in WCW. Am I right?
Yes,
Correct.
yes, he is.
Okay, okay. WCW had something called the Power Plant at the time, right? Which Goldberg was a part of. If
well, if
they
you help,
Go ahead
if
with your
they
points.
Okay, so if they knew that man wasn't ready or able to carry a 15 to 28-minute match, which is why they were putting him in the ring, having these 2 3 minute squash matches and shit. Like, you know that man's limited in his
Okay.
skill
Do
set.
you
If
realize who the
no, let me
booker
finish,
was
let me
over
finish, let me
there?
finish.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so even with that being okay, so that's also the Booger's fault as well.
Bischoff.
Yeah, you knew this
man.
man's limited. Matter of fact, the first key example was him facing Steve Regal in the ring.
William Regal.
Cash. You're talking about, but the situation that you're talking about is a company that he helped
Right, he made the company
succeed.
money. Yes, that is
He
both things
yeah.
can be
So if
true.
but this is but yeah, but yes, both things are true. But him being not being able to wrestle doesn't matter because is a major. He's a major piece to their puzzle. So
Mm-hmm.
you
He
take
was the
that piece out
last
of that
bridge of
puzzle.
WCW. Yes, you're
Yeah,
absolutely right.
yeah.
Also,
So,
you
but
know this man can't carry a full-on wrestling match.
yeah, but unfortunately, that's called privilege. Some things happen in life.
Exactly. It's like Bret
Sometimes
Hart.
you may lack somewhere, and because you know certain people, or because you are able to,
Okay, so I'm
because
glad you
you're.
said that. If
Go ahead.
Goldberg knows he can't wrestle and shit, and he said it like, "Hey, a lot of times."
He's a
Let me
yo.
finish.
How
Let me
many
finish. Let me finish. Let
times?
me finish. Let me finish.
Well,
Let me
go ahead.
land.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
land.
Go
Let me
ahead. Go
land.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'll
He's
let you
even
land,
on
and then I'm
record
gonna
saying
respond.
He's even on record saying, "Hey, there are times in the ring I don't know what the fuck I'm doing." Bret Hart's a
Okay.
prime example of that.
I can't wait to respond to
He's
this.
yeah, Bret. Okay, so based off that, can we say the company is not at any point liable for that? You're putting someone in the ring who's not safe, doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Okay, I
I'm not saying
understand.
there's
I
so.
understand
I'm
that.
not saying there's no onus on Goldberg because there is because at some point you got to figure this shit out. But it's also
Okay.
the company's fault as well for putting someone in the ring in this high position who was not safe to work with.
Okay, well here's the caveat to that, or here's the if you want to compare it, it's like putting an athlete out there who it's like Tua. Matter of fact, perfect example. Tua, well,
Mm,
not perfect example, but you're gonna get what I'm saying.
okay.
Tua goes out there and he gets he'll do something, he'll slide and unlike most people, that'll literally make him skits up, like he'll fold up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But they're not gonna not put him on the field when he's healthy because that happens. That's the same thing with Goldberg. Yeah, he may sometimes hurt people, but at the end of the day, he still is technically a professional. Same thing with Tua. Tua is technically still a professional. You can't take that professional off the field until it becomes a recurring thing where people are getting majorly injured. And even then, sometimes they're not gonna, because a business is a business. They're gonna try to generate the money. It is what it is.
I'll give you a
You know
better
what I'm saying?
example. I see where you're going,
Like,
but I'm gonna give you a better example that's more pertinent because it involves wrestling as well. Nia Jax, for example, like her first
okay.
major push and stuff, she was really out here hurting bitches and shit. They had to pull her off TV because she was no longer safe to work with.
And she got better because she's
Yeah, she
there.
got better because she was
I would
she was
disagree
He's
getting
with
not.
better
that.
He's
because she
not
was doing
there
the
at
work. She was
all.
putting the training in. Yes, absolutely. I think Goldberg should have been doing more of that once he started getting on the main roster. That's on him.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. He's just like how we had this talk before. Some of these guys, just like even Dwayne. I'm a fan of Dwayne. Some of these guys are egotistical as fuck. Like it's unbelievably. It's an
Wrestling is an
unbelievable.
egotistical business. Absolutely. I
I,
agree with
I
Yeah.
that.
like The Rock. I like The Rock, right? But Dwayne, I'm not a fan.
All
I like The Rock.
right. Well,
Dwayne,
yeah.
Dwayne the person.
Yeah, nothing.
I mean, we seen what he did with Black Adam in DCU. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. Real quick though, I ain't gonna lie. I like Black Adam.
You
I
would.
don't. I didn't. I liked it.
You
wow,
would.
wow,
I
You
wow,
did.
would.
I
wow,
did. I
wow,
did. I
wow.
did. Yep. I did. I did. I like Black
Wow,
Adam.
can we put this in a dub
It
now?
was
Like
cool.
when
It
you
was a
watch the
cool. It was
video,
a
because
cool movie.
A
It was a
black
cool.
Temu Superman who's
He
angry.
he.
I've never heard anybody say that they like
Okay.
Black
Well,
Adam. I'm
I'm the
just
first.
being
Well,
honest.
congratulations.
Now, hear me out, right?
You feel
I'm not
me?
trying to cut the wisdom here, but it is a topic that brothers wanted to get to because Lucci is still here. I
Oh
know
yeah,
he
get
Oh,
wanted
to
me to
that.
yeah,
dip
yes,
out,
yes, yes, yes. Please,
so I
because
figured
it's
this is
about
the
to be
perfect way to end the show, right?
11:30. Yeah.
Now, Lucci,
You guys talk about Sabu yet or no?
you said, did we talk about what?
Yeah, we
Sabu?
opened
Yeah,
it
we
up with
Yeah,
did.
we
that.
Oh,
opened the
yeah,
show with that.
let's get your thoughts
Ah,
off
I'm
of
about to
that.
say, yeah,
Cool.
since y'all here, matter of fact, yeah. Give us
okay,
your
so
Sabu moments, man.
okay, so the Sabu thing, right? One of my favorite matches of all time is Sabu and John Cena. Just because John had to change up the way he wrestled versus Sabu, he didn't force Sabu to, change up the way he wrestled. He kind of like he, and Rey Mysterio, Sabu versus Rey Mysterio, ECW One Night Stand.
Okay.
Fantastic match. One of my favorite matches of
I
all
hate that
time.
match didn't end
Those are
with
my two
like
favorite
have an
matches.
actual winner, but yeah.
Yeah, well, because they wanted Ray not to lose, and they wanted, but Sabu didn't want to eat the pin, which that's a
I think
famous
wasn't
story
Ray
behind
champ at
that.
the time.
Uh, yeah, Rey Mysterio is world champion.
Okay, that makes sense.
Um, yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was a fantastic match. Okay, so the thing with Sabu, right? So first, so I've heard like from different accounts, right? And I've been on off of Twitter because I'm studying for school, right? So a person's choices is their own, consequence, right? And Sabu's been struggling with drug abuse for a lot of years. It's been documented,
Yes.
right? So the drug that they said it's not okay. So it's not deadly, right? The drug that they said that they
You
gave
can
him,
buy it
right?
most places.
But you can buy it in most places, right? But if the FDA and all that, they don't they don't have to be sold and distributed just because how dangerous it is if you take too much, or how dangerous it is if you don't use it properly. And I'm not a doctor. I can't, and I'm not a, doctor, major and all that, but I do know about it, right? Because my wife is a nurse. She's RN.
What's it
So
called? Crampton? Like what's it called? Crampton?
yeah, I don't remember the name now, but I will say that Sabu, DCW, I don't, like I said, they're they're not responsible for Sabu's actions. At the end of the day, he was 60 years old, right?
Hmm.
And when you're taking a lot of drug abuse during that age too, obviously it's going to catch up to you at some point. Like, right? It's
Yeah.
obviously like all the, like when your body deteriorates and all that, we're all going to get older, right? Eventually, right? But the choices that we make throughout our younger life are going to catch up to you. And sometimes body deteriorates faster and heart gets smaller. And then, I don't know what the cause of death yet is, but from what I heard, from what it looks like a heart attack. It looks like a heart attack. So,
I can see
I
that.
mean, yeah,
Because
so
his last match, he did not look good in that ring at all.
no, he was out of it, like you could tell. Um, but I will say GCW probably should have
Man, he was
hey, like,
fucking 60 years old. It wasn't that he was out of it. He just old as fuck in
yeah,
wrestling
yeah,
terms. You know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying? Like he just
yeah,
couldn't have
yeah.
been.
Well, yeah, he shouldn't have been wrestling, but like GCW is going to catch some slack, but at some time, I do expect that GCW come out with a statement because they obviously do see the pushback and they're just waiting for the fire to cool down just a bit. Not so much where it's going to get like out of control, but they do going to make a statement, unfortunately, because it is kind of social media and people do
Yeah,
like
people blaming Joey
go personal
Janela.
with students. Yeah. Which I think that's wrong. I mean, Joey didn't even do
He's
anything.
Joey's a piece of shit, yeah, but he like I didn't
Yeah,
know you
yeah,
were drugs.
yeah,
Like his
yeah, yeah,
team
yeah,
admitting it.
yeah. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be like people, when people die, right, people always looking like, who's to blame? Who's to blame? And it's always like, well, maybe the personal choices that they made throughout their younger days, it caught up with them. And unfortunately with this situation, rest in peace of Sabu, but unfortunately the past stuff that he did in the past, finally, it finally caught up, it breaking down. Your heart goes smaller and, your heart, like, the heart can't handle so much and so much like drug abuse, drug
And he
addiction.
went through a
So,
lot.
yeah, so he went through a lot of struggles. And his last match, like Scooter was saying, that he did not look great. He did not
Yeah,
look great. You
He had
could
a
tell
barbed wire
immediately that
match at 60.
yeah. Like we
yeah,
should. I feel like we should leave it there. Like I feel like we should leave it there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because at the end of the day, we don't even know exactly what happened.
no,
People
we
got
don't. And
blamed.
I feel like people blaming one person is wrong enough already because that person probably didn't do anything. And they're just looking for somebody to blame rather than looking at the
Yeah, I
facts.
kind of
I
want to
feel
stay
like
away
that's,
from that part of it because, like, I
yeah,
just want to focus on his accolades during his career.
yeah,
Yeah,
Just
like
focus
we
on
just
how he passed.
Hold
celebrate
up,
him.
Sabu was on that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Gucci,
But
shut up,
I would say
man.
that, I would say Sabu is one of
We got
the
deep on
greatest
Lucci.
ECW wrestlers in history, and that, like, he's forever changed the wrestling industry with his matches and things he did behind the scenes because what
Yeah,
he did for the
I gave
younger
him a cool
guys
little
coming into.
eulogy. Like, yeah, it was
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
he's gonna be missing the wrestling world, but I mean, people blaming each other is kind of ridiculous.
He's a fucking legend. That's it. Rest in power. He's a legend. Nico, what did you
Nobody asked
what
him
was the
my question.
topic that
Sabu was on that shit.
Just everybody ignore him. Don't worry
Lucci,
about it. Listen, Lucci, tweak
were
your
you
unmute.
on that shit? Like when you said what you
No,
said?
The
I'm just
brother
asking you.
doubled
That's the
down with the
question, bro.
nonsense. That's
Dude,
crazy.
I'm asking
y'all
a
Listen,
are
question,
Cash.
insane.
Scooter. That's all I'm doing, bro.
And we're
I
asking
Y'all
you
are
one now.
I'm just
insane.
The
asking you,
Let's
bro.
double
preface this.
down
You
is
you need to listen to
Hey,
it
hold
wild.
a lot
up.
of
I
times.
Now,
listened to
before
You ain't got no
y'all punch
what
shit,
on him,
bro.
Crash just
One day.
said, bro. And the brother, I didn't know he was on that shit, man. That's but condolences.
I see what Lucci doing. See,
I see what you got.
he trying to make sure we don't get paid.
I see what he
I
doing.
see
I see
what
what he
he
doing.
doing.
One
I see what he doing. But you know
one
what?
day we're gonna
We
get
You know what,
won't.
Cash? You
monetized.
asked him the right question. Was he? Let's preface this for BRS and Touch Grass. So the brother Lucci made a comment yesterday in the chat. I want him to explain this before y'all punch on him, but he says Enzo and Kaz is a top 10 tag team of all time. Lucci, please expound on this.
Are you tripping? Are you
Let me
tripping? You
paraphrase. Let
fucking
me
tripping?
paraphrase it. I wanted to say
Huh?
Enzo and Cash was a top 10 team that was over of all time. I'm not gonna say a top 10 team of all time. I'm gonna say that was over.
Oh, wait, over of our time, like top what?
That was
What?
over. I say that was over.
Wait, but my question. Okay, Lucci. I've been told you don't really watch wrestling that much.
Shit,
Like you
ain't
pop in
nobody
and out.
told you
So
that
like
touch
my
my
question.
grass. I know nobody didn't tell you that shit.
You touched my grass. I touched my grass. That's
Stop
crazy.
saying
Ain't nobody
that.
listening to that.
Why
I've
would
been
you?
doing this for
Now
30
look,
plus.
why do you want this brother to
I've
touch
been
your
doing this for
grass?
30
I
I'm
don't
plus,
just
understand.
saying.
man.
I've
Man,
been
come on,
told that
man.
you pop in and out of
I'm
wrestling.
sorry.
So when you say our time, I'm like,
Nah, that's not him. That's Quiz.
well,
That's Quiz.
I mean, when you talk about our time, I'm thinking about well, my time is like from 2004, 2000 all the way to 2025.
Yeah.
I don't know when your time is because you'd be taking breaks
Yeah,
from me.
my time would be from like 90, like 90 to, to the current date, like some shit
You don't
like
mean
that.
that.
Yeah.
You don't mean that. Okay, so you said
I
90s.
watched
You don't
Hulk
mean that.
versus
Oh
Warrior at
man, oh man.
WrestleMania. Like that's my
I can
first
give you
match I ever
10
seen with my
teams
grandmother.
right
Like
now
that I
that
can
look at my
remember.
list.
I could give you 10 teams that are way better than
I
Enzo
say
and Kaz.
over. Hold up, not better.
And I can give you over
Over.
too, and I can give you
Better
No, I
over
don't want.
whatever.
in ring.
I understand what I was trying to say. Like, but I want to say top 10 teams that was over. They're definitely top 10 team that was over. Maybe they haven't got a belt or something, but they was a top 10 team that was over. Now y'all brothers can go and elaborate. You see, that switched the whole dynamic
No,
of
it
it because
didn't.
I understood what brothers were saying. Like, you know what, they may not be top 10 teams of all time, but as far as a tag team that was over, I don't. I might
You
have them in
named
the top
40
five. To
teams
be honest with
that
you,
were
man, if I'm
better
pushing the
than this
button, I
team.
might push the in the envelope. Come on, man.
This is worse than the
Go ahead.
Shotzi World Mosaic.
Hey, I'm gonna listen,
Respect.
bro. I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Don't leave shots
Ain't
out of it.
nobody
All
said
right,
nothing
so
yet, man. Come on, man. God
oh,
damn. All right,
we
well,
got
go
Yo,
time.
ahead
Don't
Kazi is
then,
worry.
bro.
wild.
God damn.
We trying to push rush our roll out. You getting
Nah,
punched
nah,
on.
nah,
It
nah.
doesn't work
Because you
that
now
way.
you try. Now you got to think because you know what. I had to think about what I actually meant because I know what I was trying to say, but I just say top 10 teams of all time. But I meant that was over with in the WWE.
Okay.
But I know they gotta be in that top
So
10.
we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna
Oh
name a
shit! Here
team,
we
and you
go.
tell me who's
Here we
over.
go.
Let's start off with something simple. Let's start off with the New Age Outlaws. Do you happen to have them over Enzo and Cass? Think about it.
The fact this
Um,
nigga even
The fact that you
hesitating
guys
right
think
now.
about it alone is
The
crazy.
fact that this is even a serious conversation is ridiculous.
as far as over, um, I think Enzo and Cash was that in that time they was the New Age Outlaw. As
That's
far
not
as
what I
What?
asked you.
What? Wow,
Hey
wow, wow. That's
hey
crazy.
yo,
That's
That's
crazy.
hey
not
yo,
what I
let me
Wow.
end
asked
the
you,
show,
and you
man.
changed up the whole
End the
question.
show.
We're not. You know what?
Crazy. That's crazy.
I'm
You're
done.
comparing a Hall of Fame tag team
I
to a team that was one and done. Didn't even win any meanable roster championships on the main roster. That's crazy.
There like a cup of coffee, and it was over with.
hey, that's not Enzo's fault. My female lied on him, man. Like, come on, bro.
No.
Oh
I
my
just said they were
god.
one and done.
Oh
I'm talking about
my.
the tag team breaking up. I'm not talking about them getting fired.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. He
They
compared them to
demoted
New Age
Enzo to
Outlaws.
205 because
He,
he's
he
terrible.
compared them to New Age Outlaws. That shit's
Hey,
crazy.
hey, Nico, what was that topic that you wanted to talk about real quick? I want to hear the question.
Oh, we're on it right now.
Oh
Nah,
shit.
we already right now, man.
Oh,
So your man Lucci says that Enzo and Cass was a quote unquote top 10 over team of all time.
I mean,
Stop playing games, man. These niggas are like,
No.
I
You're
mean,
playing games, sir. You're smoking heroin.
it could be argued either way, honestly, because if you're talking about the impact of the time that they're there and not impact by like how many years people were in the business, like that time that they was there was very, very, very
Oh,
powerful.
wait, hold on a second. You're saying that, okay, but he's compared them to the New Age Outlaws. Are you doing that?
I didn't say nothing about nobody else.
No, that's
Oh,
what he said.
oh.
I'm just saying that it could be argued just on impact, like their impact wise. Not, but if we're talking about greatest,
They weren't even there
if
long enough
we're
to have an impact.
yeah, but if we're talking, if
They
we're
weren't on the main roster for less than a
if
year, and
he's
then they
yeah,
got
that's what I'm saying. If
booted.
that's
They
what I
broke
said.
up.
If he's just talking about greatest teams of all time, that wouldn't. I can't agree with that. But
Thank you.
if he's talking about being over, like what that if you're not you could if you're like if we're not using time as an argument, if
nah.
we're just using the impact, like whatever every team's most impactful moments, whatever the case may be, their impact that time where they was over was very, 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 very powerful, bro. Like that
Oh,
shit
they
was
were
crazy.
lit at one point. We're not disputing the
Nah, they
fact that they were
was they
lit or
wasn't
not.
just lit, man. Put some respect on it, name. They was super lit, Cash. Like, come on, man. They was
First
super
of all,
lit,
I will
bro.
address
Like,
you
I
by
want
name,
I
sir.
want to say
we're not
top
doing
10.
that. Go ahead, cause I gotta go to bed for work. Go ahead, bro. I'm ready to hear this shit.
Don't try to rush us because you were dead ass on that. That ain't even what you said initially. You initially said top
I
10
know
team of
what I
all
said.
time.
I know what I said, but
And
then
then
I
we
came
proceeded to
and
name
I
50 teams
paraphrased it.
greater.
No, I understand what I did that morning. I woke up, I seen the video
Oh no, no,
on Twitter. Woke
he's
up, seen the
bringing his
video on
morning
Twitter.
text. Oh
These brother cut
hell
a
no.
promo. These brother cut a promo without a microphone. Like, come on, bro. And the crowd isn't like, bro. Like, the only people I ever seen do some shit like that was the New Age Outlaws. and they had a microphone, but people would know what they're going to say word for word or whatever. That's what I mean about being over or whatever. And that impact that they had at that time or whatever, bro, they have to be like in like top 10
No, they
of
don't.
like, even though they didn't even, the crazy thing about it, they didn't even get a title. And they
They didn't
still was
get
doing these
titles
type
because
of
they
numbers,
were
King.
good in the ring together.
Don't do that. You can't say that they weren't good when Lucci just gave you an example of how super over they were. They might not have been quote
Yes.
unquote good
Also,
in the
before
ring,
has the ring.
but
Corn Scooter.
the whole dynamic part of them, you can't say they're
Yeah,
not
the
good.
promo was great, but it's a whole thing though.
Cash,
Like they still got
cash
to get in
though,
the ring and
cash.
work.
This the thing though, right? Like, and I get, I get both sides of it. The thing is, if we're really talking about it though, if we just talking about what happened, bro, they did whole like we haven't seen anybody on in the universe do a promo slogan that was a damn near a whole essay long and the crowd saying it with them. I'm gassing, but like the crowd said the whole like they say their whole slogan and then it switches to something else and then they say that part and then it switches to something else another part and then the crowd say that part and then they do the soft and then they spell it out and it bro like they was doing they
Paul.
didn't have to say anything on the mic bro they didn't have to
I
say nothing
get that part.
that was
That was
crazy that
what
was
the initial
crazy bro
argument was,
That
though.
was, bro, that's iconic right there,
that joint
man.
was
Like, come
crazy
on, bro.
bro.
It
I can't
reminds
call them
me of
top
Cash.
10
Hold up,
though.
before you go, it reminds me of when MJF and Chris Jericho had to face each other on AEW, and MJF banned the Judas song, and when Chris Jericho walked out there, bro, the
Oh
crowd
yeah, the
sung
crowd
the
was
shit
singing the
word for
song.
word.
Yeah,
That's
nah, that
one of
was
the
crazy.
greatest entries of all time, bro. Like that Chris Jericho entrance where his music didn't play and the crowd sung the shit word for
Yeah,
word,
I
bro.
even
I
know
was
that song because of Chris
like,
Jericho. Honestly, just by hearing it,
come on, man.
like, yeah, that,
Yeah, bro, that's one of the greatest of all interests of all times,
yeah,
bro.
no, that shit was crazy. That shit was
I
crazy.
mean, and let's be honest, man. Chris kind of got niggas singing the worst motherfucking songs, bro. Like niggas was really doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
That
I don't know the
motherfucker got to
words
get
to it, but
AEW.
I'm familiar with the song. I don't know the words to the shit.
Yo, that Enzo and Cass thing was like when Bray Wyatt came out there, and y'all know how much, like y'all know I'm a fan of Bray Wyatt. It was basically the same exact thing as very similar to when Bray Wyatt came out there when John Cena was in the ring and had all them people in them goat masks singing, "He got the whole world."
Oh,
Like they was everybody was singing that. Yo, like that joke was damn near creepy. Like when the
mm,
crowd does that and they're so engaged to the point that they're saying a whole slogan, like the entire thing, and it's like multiple slogans. That's a different
yeah.
type of power because you could like you have everybody in the arena saying your shit. Everybody knows it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, so I say that. Okay, so I'm not arguing with any of the points y'all just made. I'm just gonna
hmm
say one thing. I'm gonna leave it at that. Lucy, when you make a comment like that, I need you to be more specific in what you mean by what you say. Because
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you
That's my
said
bad, Cash.
wasn't that
That's my
at
bad because I
all.
had to think about it. I was like, no, I know they're not top 10
And it was
tag
DEFCON
team all
5 when
time.
you said it. We were like,
yeah,
wait,
I
what?
know he wasn't. It couldn't be.
I meant like over being over, like what, like yeah. But I have to have them in the top 10. Like
Uh,
it's and
Thank you for the clarification.
y'all named 40 tag teams in the chat that
We sure
day.
did.
Yeah, I thought I just
That's what I also they was naming niggas, and I was just letting them name it. I didn't want to get punched on,
they
but I
was
was just
putting
like,
Austin and
that's not what he
Triple
was
H
trying to
together.
say.
Like what the fuck? Like
He
come
definitely didn't
on,
Like
try
They
to
man.
should
say
have
that
said it
shit
how
though.
you
they kept on
meant
talking
it,
about Izzo
man.
not wrestling. I'm like, that's not what he's talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
though.
yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
that.
Right, right.
Like,
Because the way you
but
said it, I'm thinking,
Yeah, he
okay, you're
didn't
talking
clarify
about
that
the
shit.
promo plus once the bell rings. I know you ain't that damn delusional.
You smarter than that, Cash. You know what I meant, bro.
Hey, I read what you
Nah,
said.
you said top 10 all time. I like,
I didn't misinterpret it. That's literally what you said.
Do you argue with like now that you know what I'm saying? Can you argue with that they're probably
I mean, if you
If
or
I
wanna,
really was trying to push the issue, it's a topic worth discussing and to see if we can come up with 5 other teams, if not 10, but
I
it's a better
mean,
argument.
That's a
I
good
mean,
yeah.
yeah,
I
they
will
was
say that.
over, man.
top 10? You said 10 other teams?
I said like if I really like had to sit down and like try to think of 10 teams and shit, like
I know New Age
I don't know if I
Outlaws
could
though
or
for
not,
sure.
but I could probably think of 5.
New Age
All I
Outlaws
can
for
think
sure.
about right now is the Warriors, Harlem
The
Heat.
Warriors.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Road Warriors. Legion of
I
Doom.
mean the
Yeah.
Legion of Doom. My bad. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about Legion of Doom.
Outsiders. Harlem Heat.
New Age Outlaws.
That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4.
That's 4.
Yeah, that's 4.
But just being over like that, it seems like
Would you
everyone else
consider
is just
Steiner's
like
over in WCW like that?
I think the Steiners was over.
Okay.
I think they was
Yes.
over to the point to when
Yeah, them and
Scott
Harlem Heat would have
turned
some
on Rick,
wars.
like that shit hit, like, that hit.
Yeah, okay.
It wouldn't even matter if he, if he would just turn like, okay, he turned heel, but that shit kind of hit though.
Okay. So that would give us 5 right there, right?
I won't have them over in guys.
What?
I wouldn't have them over there.
Hey, that was powerful in WCW.
They was. I give them
Like,
that. They was.
they're just outside. Like they made you as a heel team, they made you like heel tag teams. Like, oh, they're cool as hell. Yeah.
That was cool. Yep.
Score 1 more for the good guys. Yeah. Okay, so 4.
I can't believe y'all let Lucci punch out of this, man.
I'm only letting him punch out of it because of the fact that how he reworded the statement after he said it. If he had doubled
I
down,
thought about it because I was like, oh, nah, these niggas think I'm thinking about like.
if you would double
I know
down and
better
said
than
it
that.
directly like that,
Yeah, I
you
know
were
He,
getting
better than
pan
that. But
he
fried.
punched himself out of it, man.
and then look, I'm
He
thinking
waved the
about like
flag.
I'm thinking in my mind, y'all actually watch the video, and when the video I posted about them doing the whole promo without a
Against the Dudleys,
microphone.
yeah.
So when I see that, I'm thinking like, I didn't know what exactly what I'm saying. But I see these niggas, man, 45 fucking different tag teams.
And based on what you said, man. You can't fault us for misconstruing what you said when you said it and didn't
Cassie, you
fix
know
it.
better, man.
Like, I
If you
know
don't
you
watch that
saw it
video,
and you
you
didn't
know
even bother to
better,
fix
man.
it. You ain't bother to come back, but I ain't mean it like that, man. I meant this. You ain't do none of that until right now.
Didn't
That's what
correct
I
himself or nothing. I'm just looking like, these niggas punching. That's not what he meant.
meant. Come on, man.
Like, at this
No
point, man,
wrestling,
you
bro.
owe me
You know my
energy
cat
drink, man,
about
because I was
championship,
literally at
man.
work coming up with a list of different teams. Like, wait, what the? Yeah, like, wait, no, he got the, no.
Hey, you had
You
this in
made
store.
Scooter
That was
challenge
nice
us to
too.
come up with 40 teams, and we came up with 40 teams. He got inherited in your bullshit.
I don't think, and with them, I don't think they got that opportunity, man. Like I said, the bitch lied on his got the
No,
better
we're not
spot.
gonna do that because what happened
Yeah,
was
we
that
gonna do
tag.
that.
No. Listen, the reason why I can't
Charge
let you
him with
get
the
that. No,
miss.
the reason why I can't let you get that off is because that tag team was already broke up well before that took place.
Oh, he was what that was a cruiserweight, lightweight type.
Yeah,
What
they
was
He
he?
broke
was
the
holding
team
down the
up.
cruiserweight division.
Yeah,
That was
after they
Vince.
kicked him
He,
out of
he was
the
the
main
sole
roster locker
reason that
room.
niggas was watching 305 Live.
That's
I mean,
not
Yeah,
true.
Vince was
205
having
Live.
them
That's
Diddy
not
parties
true.
at
But
that
okay,
time. Yeah, Vince was on some other shit. I don't know what
that's
he had
not
going on.
true. But okay.
He was
Yeah.
definitely carrying the division. No, eyes wasn't on the product before Avo got there. And everybody could squabble. The whole division could squabble, but niggas wasn't looking
But
at it.
him,
With him.
Facts.
And he was
But
clearly
niggas wasn't watching it until he
bad.
got there and they put the bet on him.
yeah, because
And
at
then
first
he
they
had
had the
prime
whole
time in
roster
the middle of
jumping.
Raw. He was in the middle of Raw, prime time, when nobody's
Hey
saying
guys,
Raw
can we
before
do
that.
another 45 minutes on Sabu, please?
I don't know about 45, but are you in like
He's
tonight?
actually hilarious. Y'all don't understand what kind of joke that was, but that's actually
I'm just
hilarious. I'm
fucking
not gonna
around, man. I don't know. I just want to get back to this is not my show. I just want to get back to like today, not 20 years ago, but that's me. And whatever you guys want to do, I'm just saying touch grass sometimes takes things in a little bit of an odd direction. He's a very nice guy. I really like you, touch grass. I'm
Hey,
just saying. It,
I
it
tell
just
you what, we can
it,
do that
Yeah, you
tomorrow
cool, touch
because,
my
like I
grass.
said, like I have a little bit more, like I watch a little bit more Sabu than probably most of us in here.
I'm fucking
Touch
right. I don't
grass
want to. I
versus
don't want to do.
ERS.
I don't even want to do 30 seconds on Sabu. God bless the guy, but I don't want to do anything on it.
Ah, all right,
Yeah.
cool, fair enough.
How old are you, Touch My Grass?
Why you keep calling him that, man?
Hey, Touchgrass,
That's his name.
That's
let's do
ERS,
another
man.
Touchgrass.
Oh,
Let's do
Touch
another
Grass.
45 minutes on 2001 tag teams. Let's go till
Yeah,
3 in the
y'all
morning.
on that shit.
We'll go.
It's a of all time like kind of topic. Like we discuss all the time. We can't just discuss like what's been happening the last 4 or 5 years or
Oh, we wasn't. We
longer.
was going
Why
way
the
back.
why the fuck do you keep calling touch my grass? Like, god damn, it's touch grass. Two words. Touch grass. Touch
Yo,
my
man,
grass.
my
Like,
fellas, y'all got it, man. Y'all better good fight show,
Nah, man, like it's like and
Yeah, this
I'm
nigga's
gonna give Lucy a
crazy,
little
two
bro.
words.
leeway.
Literally
Like
touch
the
grass.
folks in the South, they will add an extra letter, like add extra word to something. Like now letters. We say now and letters. Like there's it's weird.
All right, so let
What
me
was
ask
your
y'all
question,
this.
BRS? What was your question?
No, I was just fucking around, man. I was making the joke.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
let's talk
Uh,
about tag teams from 2001 until 3 in the morning.
Good God,
um,
y'all long with
Okay,
that.
so I do got
my first
this
tag team
one.
that comes to mind is like probably Rey Mysterio and Edge.
No, please,
That was
no,
one of my
please. I don't
first.
Mysterio
want
and
to talk about it.
Edge.
No, please, no.
Hey, yo, I'm
You guys, you
crying,
guys, you
bro.
guys, don't, you guys don't remember Edge or Mysterio being a tag team in 2002?
Yo, I'm crying, bro. Yeah, I
El
remember that
Grande
shit.
rated R is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. El Grande rated R is fucking insane. Why, like, well, look what niggas was putting on television back in the day.
Yeah. So
Question
what
for
happened?
y'all though.
Okay. So so what happened was is that so when Stephanie was Kayfabe the GM, right? She wanted tag teams division to be hot. So she put like all these random people in the tag team. She put like what was it? Edge and Ray. What was it? That Japanese dude with his wife.
I see what you're saying now. Long term booking touch grass because Triple
Yeah.
H is doing the same thing. Random tag teams. I get it. I see what's going on.
Yeah, so like he did that. Even Edge and Hulk Hogan were a tag team, and they won the tag team championships. I gotta think about that.
That's nasty. Edge and Hulk Hogan is nasty.
Yeah, but Edge and even Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle were a tag team. Like,
Matter of fact, I know what I could do. I know I asked this like 2 weeks ago, maybe, but I don't know if everybody that's here now was able to answer that night. So I'm gonna start with Soda, and we could just go from there. I want everybody to just give me one winner for the Money in the Bank before the pay per view. So Soda,
they're not
whenever you're
hasn't
ready.
even been announced yet. Like the people in there.
No, we just guessing right now.
Oh,
We gonna
okay.
be there. We just guessing.
All right.
I got Mello.
I got Mello and LA Knight.
Go ahead, BRS.
Oh, yo, my bad. I was just talking to my wife for 2 seconds. I literally put it down for 2 seconds. I didn't hear what you said.
All good. We just trying to say, we know it's nobody like in the match or nothing yet. We just trying to predict who's gonna win Money in the Bank. So
Oh,
you can just pick anybody.
um, uh, shit. Logan Paul potentially. I could just see him with the briefcase.
Oh hell no. Oh
Trust
hell
me,
no.
guys. I could see him with the brief. You can't picture it with the briefcase popping in here and there.
Hell no.
I mean, that's
No.
who I got winning
No.
too. I got Logan
But
Paul.
he's a part timer here. He barely shows up. No.
Um, Logan Paul, Cross, maybe Cross, maybe carrying Cross.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
okay. So how many letter mentions are they doing two or are they doing is it four?
You said how many ladder matches? I think it's just two. The one for the men's, one for the women's.
Okay, so they're doing it back to the way it was before. Just two, three women, three SmackDown, three Raw from three SmackDown, and they're doing one each. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so they're doing back. So they're doing back the way it was before. Okay.
I would prefer Carmelo Hayes to win it, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I think Karrion Cross. I think they're gonna push him. Honestly.
Yeah, Karrion Cross would make the most sense, especially because of that last promo he did. Like, pretty much in Vegas where he was like, I should have been on this, and then like, I'm tired of being disrespected type of shit. So I could see him winning it, but I'm kind of with BRS. I just think it's the perfect fit in my head is Logan Paul.
You know what's gonna happen is Logan Paul's gonna beat Jay
I mean,
in
That's
2 weeks.
exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
he's not. Gunther told us that. And you guys, can I just say something about Raw really quick? And I think you guys will agree with me. But the thing that I hate about this whole Seth Heyman, and I don't mean to get you off topic, I just have to say this before I forget. The Seth Heyman, Braun Breaker thing is that, like, it is so telegraphed for the next 10 months, right? So we're going to get Seth obviously winning the title, probably at SummerSlam. Paul Heyman said he needs that title. We know he's getting it. Seth is going to have that title probably at SummerSlam. Sometime Royal Rumble Elimination Chamber, Braun Breaker will turn on him, or there'll be some sort of, Seth shoving him and he finally snaps on Seth and everyone goes buck
Or
wild.
Braun wins the Rumble.
No, I'm saying that he will just turn on him. Maybe it's Seth's defending the
Okay.
belt or something, at Royal Rumble or at Elimination Chamber or something. Braun will turn on him at some point around then, and then we'll get Seth Braun at Mania. And that's I'm telling you, that's the next 10 months, and it's just so predictable. I guarantee it, guys. Guarantee it. Seth Braun Mania, mark it down.
I watch.
I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even think that Rollins is gonna win the belt from Jay. I think it's gonna be Braun. What BR was saying. I think it's gonna be Braun. 1,000%.
And I think that just blows up the whole group, and that just makes Heyman's whole thing a total failure, because the whole thing is about Rollins and Braun having the backup, being the soul of Sokoa, the enforcer.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I do got it kind of playing out the same way. Like I do think we end up with Seth and Braun Breaker at Mania, which is like it's telegraphed. I'm just going
For
to
the title?
It's completely telegraphed. For the title, it would have to be, because that was my original problem with them two being in a group together. Is if you had Braun drop the IC title to move up to the World Heavyweight Championship picture, and then you put them two together, obviously they got to beef over the world title at some point. So I agree with you on it being telegraphed.
Honestly, I see Gunther walking into next year Mania as a WWE title, with a WWE title.
No, I'm saying the heavyweight
Yeah.
one, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because I got Gunther going to SmackDown, and I definitely see him
Yeah.
like beating Cody at some point next year for that title.
I see
But I do
Gunther.
got Cody getting
I
the
see
belt.
Gunther and Cody being. To be honest with you, Kay, I'm gonna be honest. I see Gunther being I see them turning him babyface after the draft.
That sounds disgusting.
It does, but it's
The
Triple H,
baby
man. I can't put it
faces?
past him, man.
That's disgusting.
I'm trying to think, man. Final notes. I don't really got nothing else in wrestling, really. I know Cash and Lucci's still here.
If you guys watch LFG, BJ got eliminated.
That's what I was going to ask. LFG.
We
Travis
covered on
usually got
Thursday. We
LFG.
covered on Thursdays. On Heat on Thursdays. So if you guys wanted to tune by, come by on tomorrow. But
Say less.
talk about it briefly on here. BJ got eliminated on Sunday, and he
That's
has
what I'm
some
about to say. I saw that
words.
clip of him
He
being
has some
eliminated.
parting words for Bully and Booker, because Booker, he was laughing his ass off when he said, "BJ, you're eliminated." That shit was fun.
So guys, I'm a few episodes behind on LFG. I'm actually I'm at the one where I just finished the one where AJ Styles was there, so I'm a few episodes behind. The thing that first of all, I couldn't believe you have Evander Holyfield's son, and the girl takes, I'm the real deal, Tasha Steele, or whatever she was. I mean, that is so, it's like having Mike Tyson's son and being like, yeah, I'm Iron Mike. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take that name. But that's just the episode I'm up to. But the thing that I'm noticing.
That's episode 3.
It's like episode 6 or something, but whatever.
Was it episode 6?
It's 6 or 7. But the thing that I'm noticing, man, is that they did have one episode that I saw with CM Punk where they talked about promos and who you are and talk about who you are. But 99% of the show is about teaching them and seeing their in-ring. And I think that's the biggest problem with today's wrestling. I have to be honest with you guys. To me, they're not teaching them on that show to be entertainers at all. And I'm not saying the wrestling's a huge part of it. Don't get me wrong. But when everything's about the in-ring, then there's no entertainment value. It just seems to me they're so hyper focused. Even the coaches, like, how often in that show, unless I'm totally missing something, do they talk about getting involved, getting the crowd involved, cutting?
So
Yeah,
so they did. So in the last episode, a previous episode, BJ and I believe he's on Dark State right now. I think his name is Cutler. I think his name is Cutler. Um, I believe they had a match, and BJ went into business for himself, right? Because he was listening to the crowd, and they were like, "That's good, you went to the crowd, but here's the thing: you gotta listen to your spots." So they do tell them to develop a character. Xena has a character, Elijah has a character developing through the show. Um, but and I think the biggest one is probably I want to say I forgot his name already. The
Shiloh,
one that's missing the tooth. The one
Shiloh,
that's missing the tooth.
Shiloh.
Yeah, Shiloh Hill. Yeah, he has a lot of personality and he has a huge character.
He kind of looks
You can
like
tell
Roman Reigns, to be honest with you. He really does. I mean,
yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Like he has
the
the whole
hair,
thing with
the
yeah.
pants,
So the whole thing BRS with BJ, right? Is he has a huge personality, right? Huge personality.
huge.
But the wrestling ability was not there. It was just wasn't not there. Like it just wasn't.
Yeah, but like when he here's I just think I saw that segment where they said, "Oh, you went into business for yourself. You tried to make the match entertaining rather than just doing the moves that you were supposed to do." I thought what he did was cool. You know what I mean? Where he that's the thing. I feel like look, a lot of these refs. It's not about moves. If it was just about moves, Ricochet would be one of the best in the biggest draws in the world. If it was just about moves, you would have, you know what I'm saying? Like Nathan Frazier would be main eventing WrestleMania. I'm not kidding you. If it's just about moves,
Another Ricochet stray.
That's
it,
crazy. I'm not the only one taking strays at him.
but bro, it's not just about moves. The Rock, I mean, you can't say The Rock is the best wrestler in the world. He's got, you can't say Cena was always the best wrestler in the world.
Oh wait, I have a question. Right? Scooter, I have a question for you. Since you're the Ricochet fan, before we get off topic,
Who the fuck said I was a Ricochet fan? Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
so there was an NXT star that had a back and forth with Ricochet on X the other day. Did you catch it?
Yeah,
What did you think about it?
I thought it was funny.
I was like, he called Tony Khan a crackhead. I was like, what the?
Yeah, okay.
Tony do be having crackhead tendencies sometimes, so I can see that.
Oh my! I'm Soda and K. You guys didn't see that, huh?
No, I seen it. I thought it was
Oh, you
hilarious.
did? Okay.
Sorry.
Javon,
But
I
I
can't believe he
think
did that.
Tony do be having crackhead tendencies, but his boss used to be a
Well,
cokehead,
honestly,
so they were
Touchcraft, am I
different.
wrong? The entertainment value has to be there. It can't just be about moves.
Yeah. You're definitely right. The entertainment factor does have to be there, and when you're doing LNG, you do have to like implement. Hey, like you guys have to get your matches up, but you guys do got to entertain the crowd because if the crowds are just sitting there bored as hell, it's not a good match. It could be you gotta have a 5-star match. If they're sitting there like, man, this is boring. Like the match is not gonna be good. The match is not gonna be memorable at
Well,
all.
well, that's the thing.
I think one of the worst matches I've seen was probably
Even
uh
on Raw this week, bro, they had Finn Balor versus AJ Styles.
I want
Okay,
to say
two great
probably
wrestlers.
the New Day.
Finn Balor, AJ Styles, right? Two great wrestlers, as good as it gets, pretty much. Like, no one cared. I can't tell you how many tweets I saw and things where people saying that match was boring. It meant nothing. It was bullshit. It sucked. Because it's just, if it's not entertaining and there's no reason for it, then it just doesn't matter, guys. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also think the tag team division is like struggling too in a potential sense. It's just because when you look at the tag team division around Raw, you don't really see tag teams. You see people who are just forced to be together, and they don't really have chemistry like that. And it's like, okay, why didn't it tag team? What goals do they want to make mesh together? Like, I think there's only like 4 tag teams right now on the main roster right now for Raw. And there's like maybe 6 on SmackDown. But you don't know what their goal is. Like, you don't know, hey, How did they become a tag team? Why are they a tag team? Like that's
Correct.
the things they're missing on the main roster.
Correct.
Is like
I
the
want to
why.
see, I agree. I want to see Montez Ford with a mic. Bro, it's like those guys, Machine Guns, Motor City. I have not heard them say more than 20 words in weeks. I mean, I don't know one thing. Even the guy who, forget about tag team, the guy with with the eye who came out, Alistair Black, whatever, like, I don't know why I'm supposed to be rooting for him. He's spooky. He's creepy. Okay, that makes me want to root for him. Like, they're not doing a good job of character development with Triple H. They're just not, guys. I'm sorry. There's no reason to root for him. Rusev's promo, the segment they did this week, where he's saying, "Oh, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. I have to break everyone. Okay, you have to break everyone, just like everyone else has to break everyone. And what else?"
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely do agree. I definitely do think that, like, because I don't know, did they say when the draft is? Because they haven't followed up on that. They said after Mania, and we're on Backlash, right? Is it after Backlash the draft is?
It got pushed back or something, I think.
Oh my god! So we don't even know when the draft is.
No, we don't. And
That's fantastic.
I would make the draft, where they're making all these separate shows, I would make the draft a separate show. I would have the stars in their homes. I would have them like the NBA, like the NFL. I would have them getting calls. Hey, you're getting drafted to SmackDown. The number one projected pick is this. I would make it like an hour special. Instead of just doing it on a SmackDown, I would make it a special like the NFL draft, like the NBA draft. If we're going with a sports-based presentation, which Triple H constantly has said, since he's gotten in, then why are we not doing a draft in like a sports-based way? It would be so much cooler, like a special event, WWE draft.
Well, also TKO said they want to eliminate the live events, a lot of them, the house shows a little bit, and bring more pay-per-views. So after the draft and everything, you're probably this year, you're probably looking at maybe at least 15 pay-per-views. And there used to be like, what, 9? Maybe? So now,
Well,
like, they are going more PLE
well,
based
well,
now,
you know
right?
what else
The
he
house event
said?
shows.
He said that in the PLEs, he's going to make them fewer matches. So you're not going to see a 7-match, 6, 8-match pay-per-view. You're going to see only 4 or 5 match pay-per-views, which I think is great. I think it's great. More meaningful, less matches. I think that's great, personally.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, BRS, because like, BRS,
Like this Backlash only had 5 matches. I thought it was the perfect length. I thought it was great. Like, I hope Money in the Bank has two ladder matches. Give me 2 other title matches, 1 weird feud match, and that's it. 5 is fine. More than fine. 3 hours. Perfect.
yeah. The thing is, 3 hours though, I don't think that Hunter likes that at all. And I think that's why they're doing 2 hours and 30 minutes, if I'm
I
being
think for the
honest.
pay-per-views, he likes it. He said 2 hours and 30 minutes, but they're still doing a 3-hour SmackDown and they're not ending it for another month or 2. So I don't know what's with the run times, but the pay-per-views are definitely like 3 hours. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely, yeah. The 3 hours, yeah. I think the longest was WrestleMania. I think it was 4 hours, right? I believe 4 hours.
WrestleMania is 4 each night. Yeah. And honestly,
Yeah, so
SummerSlam is
that's,
going to probably be 4 each night, which I think SummerSlam's going to be 2 nights is too much, man. I think they're making a mistake, honestly. I
yeah.
don't think.
And Royal Rumble too. Royal Rumble too.
Yeah, bro, that sucks, man, that we're gonna have to watch a 2-night Royal Rumble. Honestly, I want to see them both in one night. I want to see the women's first, the men's second, whatever. Like, I just don't want to see the women's headlining night 1 and then the men's headlining night 2. I don't like it, man,
That's a
personally.
lot of wrestling too. That's a lot
It,
of fucking
it's a
wrestling.
lot, bro. Then you're talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. God, like, too much of a good thing is not always a good thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and then yeah. And then you're talking. I think what August? Because SummerSlam is in August, I believe, right?
like,
So it's right when the NFL kicks off too, right? I believe like NFL starts off in September. So NFL preseason and all that, you're competing with that. So I mean,
yeah, and you see people
that's
saying,
definitely
"Oh,
tough.
well, they'll make more money this way. They'll make more money." Yeah, well, let's make the Super Bowl 2 nights then. We don't need to have 1 Super Bowl. We could have 2 Super Bowls. Well, we could have 2. That would be great. We make more money. We'll fill the arena twice, fill the stadium twice. Well, yeah, but it's just not necessary. And it's not necessary for SummerSlam. It's not necessary for Royal Rumble. WrestleMania, obviously, they've always wanted to kind of get everyone on the card. I understand that. It's like an honor to be on WrestleMania. You worked hard all year. It's kind of like if you work at a job, it's kind of like your year-end bonus, you got this, you know what I mean? You got on. But I just think, for the other events, bro, you just can't do it, man. Do a long SummerSlam,
No.
4 hours, but don't do 2 nights, guys. Don't do it. But they're doing it. They don't give a fuck.
Hey, Beard, are you still here? I don't know.
You said who? You probably talking about Trav. Now Trav probably getting ready for work. He said he got to work in a couple hours.
Yeah.
That's why I'm about to wrap it up anyway. I know my brother's got to get up in the morning for work.
Yeah.
But I know y'all two in the Discord. What's today? Today's Tuesday. So either one of the next 2 days, we're going to do an OT in the Discord. So just keep a heads up for that one. That one should be fun. I'm not going to lie to you.
I was gonna tell you guys stay tuned for tomorrow because that Ironheart drops tomorrow. That trailer drops tomorrow. So guys,
That's
you
a
got
fact, yeah.
Mephisto. You got Mephisto gonna be appearing tomorrow. And do you guys remember Borat, the movie, the movie that came out?
That
Yeah.
is
Sacha Baron Cohen, I think that's his name.
Yes, Smash.
Yeah, so he will be playing Mephisto in an MCU.
Oh,
You
that's
really
cool.
think they're gonna put Mephisto in Ironheart?
Yeah, he's gonna be playing Mephisto. They've been working on it for 2 years. They finally got it signed on the dotted line, like last year. They finally having him appear in Mephisto and
I seen them
Ironheart.
say they
So
pushed
it'll be cool.
the Rise of Hydra movie back too. So that come out next year.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like another thing too. I don't want to get like too much overtime, but like a lot of these games like GTA, it got pushed back for like CGI and all that. Like they want to do animations and all that. And you're having Marvel do the same thing. A lot of these games are gonna cost like damn near $100. Like GTA is supposed to cost $100. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, nah, it really is
It's crazy.
crazy. Especially
That shit's
being
crazy.
that the last GTA came out, I was a sophomore in college. That was 2014. So I just need people to take that in. It's 2025, and they think I'm gonna pay $100 for a game I've been waiting for 10 years for.
Yeah.
Shit's
That's
crazy.
just crazy.
Nico, where'd you go to college?
I went to William Patterson.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, Jersey. Yeah, hell yeah.
I have a question for you, Nico. Did you hear the chance of you guys getting to WrestleMania over there again?
You said, did we what?
You hear the chance of you guys getting another Mania over there?
I heard about it, but I'm not excited.
What do you feel about that?
I mean, I told you how I feel about it, especially if it's going to be at MetLife again. Like, I just don't like MetLife as a stadium. I hate it. I'm a Giants fan, so I've seen the stadium multiple times. It's just not appealing inside or outside the stadium. So I don't understand why they want to keep bringing it here.
It's cold as shit over there too.
Yeah, that's another thing. You want to keep doing it outside, and you coming over here in the cold months. I just don't get that part either.
Yeah, a gray stadium with zero personality. That's what it is. Zero.
Literally, it's just like you literally only going there to watch football. Nothing else in there gets you excited.
Well, you saw what happened with Philly. They had to have heat lamps because it was so fucking cold.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I thought about that when they did WrestleMania in Philly. I'm like, I know it's cold out there. I think either Rhea or Becky was sick during their match. So I think about these things when they try to put them outside. It's like, damn, like, can we pick somewhere warmer?
Well, remember what happened in Tampa? It was a rain delay.
Yeah, it did rain in Tampa. That was crazy. That to me was kind of the craziest WrestleMania. Like, I was like, damn, y'all gonna continue in the rain?
If you look at that, do you ever look at that match card and you be like, why? What were they thinking with this match card for?
What is that? 37? Yeah, I think if I'm being honest, I probably only like 3 matches out of that whole card.
If you look at the match card, you're like, well, what the fuck were they thinking with this match card?
And you know what's crazy? I can. This is gonna sound crazy now that we had having this conversation. I thoroughly enjoyed that WrestleMania more than this last one. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, this last one was kind of. I don't know. Outside of the 2 triple threat matches, I kind of was not impressed. Like it was just Travis Scott and shit all night. But yeah, man, that's it for us this week, man. Soda. I don't even know if my brother Soda's still with us, man. I mean, I know he with us, but you know what I mean? I don't know if he's awake. Let me clear that up for the audience. I know he's with us.
I got a question for you, Nico. Got a question.
What's up?
You have had a week to digest your Jackson Dart quarterback. How you feeling?
All right, so right after my initial thought, I'm not as mad at it. I'm really not as mad at it. All right, I'll let things play out, especially because, I mean, if I'm just being realistic, Russell Wilson going to be our quarterback for like the next 2 years. That's just what it is. Because Brian Daboll, he can't lose right now or he's going to get fired. The only way to prevent that is you play the quarterback that's got the most experience. So I don't mind Jackson Dart sitting on the bench learning from these guys for 2 seasons and then stepping in to do his job. I'm more excited to see what the defense look like, though, honestly. But I'm not as mad as I was. It's definitely a better pick than Daniel Jones.
We might be playing you guys week 2. We play at Seattle and then we play at New York week 2.
Mm. Yeah, well, the schedules came out today, right?
We got.
Or was that tomorrow?
Her person leaked the schedule with me, so we play you guys week 2. They said.
Got you.
So
was that the Browns?
And then I think we have the Browns like week 5. So I mean,
wait, who your team?
Niners.
Oh, the Niners. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna beat y'all this year. I'm sorry. Yeah. I said it just like that. We're gonna beat y'all this year.
All right. We'll come back.
We're gonna beat y'all this year.
We
only got to worry about Deebo Samuel when we go to Washington. You feel me? We ain't worried about nothing else. But nah. What else? See, I wanted to make jokes with Cash about the Saints because they didn't draft Shedeur Sanders and then Derek Carr retired, but he left, so it is what it is. Tommy, y'all did get Genty. I think I said that before the draft. So congrats on that.
Yeah, they need. They got
BRS. You don't have a football team.
Elon always fucking with you at the end of the show.
What's up?
Football team.
I bet a lot. I bet like, I don't want you guys to think I'm sick. I bet like $1,000 a game, and I have zero loyalty to any team. I just bet. I will bet on or against anyone.
I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh no, bro.
Okay, so,
I bet 1,000 a game, guys. I'm sick.
So what was the over and under that Shadir got drafted in the first round? Since you bet.
Oh, I don't know. I only bet spreads, bro. I only bet I don't bet props. I don't bet draft. I don't bet parlays. I don't bet any of that exotic shit. I literally just bet spreads. College basketball, pro basketball.
Lost a lot of money. Shadir didn't get drafted in the first round.
Oh, yeah. That, that's like whatever. But everyone knew the Miami quarterback was going first, but it's like, for me, bro, like I have zero loyalty to anyone. The only team that I care about is the New York Mets. That's it in all of sports.
So let me ask you a question about that. Juan Soto. Soto. How you feel about him?
I think he's great. I think he's one of the best hitters alive, and I think he's incredible. I think he's the best eye. He's the sharpest. He's incredible. He's the best.
Nico, you're a Yankees fan?
I am indeed a Yankees fan. Man.
So you must have been crushed when he left.
Absolutely. I've been dealing with Giancarlo Stanton for a couple years now, and the brother can't stay healthy. So I was definitely crushed to see Juan Soto go.
What happened in that World Series? You guys were up 5-0.
Yeah, you know what happened? The fifth inning against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers fucked them up after that. That was, was it.
Yeah, literally, like it took everything out of the team in that fifth inning. Like they had nothing left after that. So
that was one of the craziest things you'll ever watch. I mean, a Judge dropping a fly ball that a little leaguer could have caught, like all of it, like everything that happened. The error at first base where he didn't cover the base, like everything, man, like just wild.
It's a crazy time to be like a New York sports fan.
Well, no,
like, I don't know. I'm kind of accepted.
That's not true because you guys got your Knicks.
The Yankees are kind of ass for years.
You just beat the Cavs today.
Now hold on. Now let's be clear about this. I am definitely not a Knicks fan.
Oh,
I hate them.
Yeah,
I do enjoy watching them play. I'm not gonna lie. I have enjoyed watching them play in the playoffs. But I cannot stand them.
You're a Brooklyn fan?
Never.
No, he's a New Jersey Nets fan, and his team is gone.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
His team is gone forever. They're never coming back.
Really? So you didn't jump on the bandwagon of the Knicks?
Nah, man. If you were a real Nets fan, you cannot like the Knicks.
Yeah, like it's no way around it, man.
So you didn't want to go to Brooklyn to go follow the Knicks? He just
The dynamics of the area, man. For him to go to a Brooklyn Nets game, it's going to take him hours each way. It's like commuting to like another
For real.
galaxy, man. It's just not fun.
oh damn.
Just to go there to see them lose too. So it's like I'm cool on that.
And pay triple.
Yeah. It's just a lot that go. I did not fuck with the move in general, so I was just like I detached myself completely.
Me too.
Now I just watch for like. Don't get me wrong, I still watch basketball. I'm not gonna watch the Nets. I watch the Knicks, but I'm a LeBron fan, so I watch the Lakers for sure. But other than that, I just like watching
So
basketball.
what did you think about him like politicking his son to get drafted?
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I like right there. That's what Michael Jordan should have done, but his sons was terrible. That's what. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna end this show. He couldn't do that because his son was a. I'm gonna leave that off there.
Nico, I gotta ask you,
His son, all
man.
right, man, and doing all right, man.
Mike,
Oh,
super quick.
You were doing them street trips.
Doing
You
all
were
right,
doing
man.
them
man.
street trips, man.
I knew Soda was gonna do it, man. I tried not to do. I knew he was gonna do it.
Did you guys see Jordan like in his prime?
I
Nah,
was
I
too
was a
young.
kid.
I was
Yeah,
I was
I was too
honestly
young.
I was a
Super, super
kid.
young.
Too young.
I was
Yeah.
born in
Time I
I
got
was
to see
born in
Jordan,
'92,
he was a
so
wizard, man.
the nigga was already winning championships when I was in diapers and shit. So I didn't
Yeah.
really see Jordan. I just felt his aura. You know what I mean? As a kid, like seeing like Space Jam and shit, I seen him like, oh shit, this dude's powerful. But I
Yeah.
didn't really see him though. I seen
Yeah,
Kobe
my
and shit.
mom was like a huge Michael Jordan fan, so she would not let me hear. I could not hear about this nigga, you know? So that's how I grew up. She had mad sports memorabilia. Never been to Chicago a day in her life, but she loved Michael Jordan. Like I couldn't understand it, but I get it.
Just he really fucked the Knicks up so many times. He destroyed them. The Knicks would have had championships without him, man. So would Barkley. So would have, Reggie Miller, all those guys. They none of them got championships because of him.
Peyton,
Yep.
Camp, and them. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just to think, this year in the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA, we are about to get a Knicks and Pacers matchup. That is
Yep.
nasty work.
It's great.
I mean, I
Not
like
nasty,
When
but it's good for the
the
sport.
Knicks win the NBA
yeah.
championship, you better go become a Knicks fan.
Cause
Never.
the Knicks play good basketball. It's not just threes. Like they're playing that old school shit, getting layups and driving to the basket and shit, mid range. They're not just jacking up threes all day.
I
I'm a
hate the
Jalen Brunson
Jackson.
fan,
Yeah.
though. I will
Yeah.
say that. I'm a
DJ
Jalen
Bond.
So
Brunson.
question. So if it's Knicks and Timberwolves in the NBA Finals, that's tough.
He's rooting for the Timberwolves. He's rooting for Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. I guarantee it.
Damn, for real?
I probably will. I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably will.
God damn, you really hit me.
I would
Wow.
root for the Timberwolves. I would root for the Timberwolves in a second over the Knicks. In a second. Hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
I
I'll be
just
rooting for
I
the
can't bring
Pacers too.
myself to be a Knicks
Knicks
fan,
tough
man.
though. The Knicks
They
tough.
are tough. That's why I give them their credit. They're a good team to watch now. Anyway,
Damn. So nobody believes in the Warriors no more?
the
I'm a
Warriors.
Warriors fan. Let me tell you something. We're rough.
So Curry just get hurt and
We're
y'all
rough.
just give up
We're
hope.
rough.
Yeah, that's it.
We're rough.
Pack him up.
Damn.
We're rough. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, we're just rough. It's just a tough spot.
Tommy, I watched the game last night, man. Listen, them brothers know without Steph Curry they finished. The nigga Jimmy Butler wasn't trying to score the basketball.
You're
I said, who else is going to
don't
score
even
the
want to get me
basketball out
started
here?
on Jimmy Butler because I got so much flack
Nah,
from Bay Area,
but
from my Bay Area sports GC because I called out Jimmy. I'm like, when you're getting paid $30 million and you're playing as a role player, that's a problem.
But Nico, Jimmy's not the problem. It's Draymond. Like
I've been saying that for
he
years.
just stuck on
I've been saying
stupid.
that
I
for
don't know
years.
what
Ever
it
since he
is.
punched Jordan Poole in the face, I've been saying it for years.
You got 2 points, 6 minutes on the clock, and you get fouled out. How does that happen? I have no idea.
Yeah. You're not.
Nasty
I
work.
mean, you could tell I'm checked out with Draymond. I've been checked out for years.
Have you guys heard the rumor that Jimmy Butler is actually Michael Jordan's son?
Yes, I've heard that rumor. And let me tell you. That
No,
doesn't
there's
sit
actually
well with the
legitimately
dynamics of the Lakers.
compelling. There's actual compelling evidence for it. Like it's not just like, oh, there's actual evidence for it potentially being true. And a lot of people say it's true, man. If you look at the side by side, like when they merge the face together, like the left side and the right side, I mean, they look identical. And then, the story about the mother, and Jordan was in Houston and the mother claimed that she was with Jordan on a road trip. And I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I'm fucking crying. I'm not gonna lie.
If that
Jimmy
happened,
Butler's father turned out to be Michael Jordan. We got a different conversation in the room.
That's crazy. But
Yeah.
so is LeBron your GOAT, Nico?
Absolutely. No way around it.
Wow.
There's no way around it.
All time?
Watching that brother since I was in 3rd grade, man. There's no way
All
around it.
time? That's crazy.
All
That's
time, man.
crazy.
Only had one favorite player before LeBron. This is a true story. Only had one favorite player before LeBron, and maybe 2. Allen Iverson and Vince Carter. Those are the only 2 I like before.
Oh, Vince Carter was the best, man. The best.
Yeah, especially being a Nets fan. Come on, I love Vince
Oh
Carter.
my God. Some of those shots. I mean, dude, Vince Carter's my favorite player of all time.
So let
My
me
favorite.
ask you, since you're a Brooklyn fan, right? What was your thoughts when they traded for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett?
We didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't care at all. I was actually
We
happy to
didn't
see it
care.
happen. I was like, oh, good. Look, fuck up the team while y'all over there. Good. Because y'all should have just left them where they were.
2014. What was that? 2014.
It was like
2014, 2015, something like that.
2013.
I remember that,
Yeah, something
bro.
like
I
that.
always remember that 2K14. That's like my favorite 2K. That was a good 2K team though. Pierce,
Was that the
Garnett.
one with Jordan on the cover? It was like the Jordan edition, or was that the year before or
That
something?
was LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was LeBron, yeah.
Jordan was the
Yeah, Jordan was the year before. I think, Jordan was 2K12. 2K13, I think, was, it's the one with Blake Griffin, James Harden, and, KD, I think.
Yeah.
And then it was, LeBron. That's a good run of 2Ks, though. I ain't gonna lie. Those 3 right there, good run
Yeah,
of
that was
2Ks,
peak.
badly.
That was like Xbox.
yeah.
I had the Xbox 360.
True story. I was charging people $1 to play 2K against me in college. Like, that's how I used to eat.
That's
Badly.
fire.
Wait, so
And that's a nice
you
one.
weren't fucking with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett when they came to Brooklyn?
Absolutely not.
Nah.
As a kid, you know what kind of wars we had with Paul Pierce? My Nets as a kid, I could never root for Paul Pierce.
Never.
Paul Pierce.
It was a hard.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
you remember Antoine Walker and Kenyon Martin and all that? Of course
Oh,
you do,
man.
right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Listen, I was so heartbroken as a kid when my Nets lost back to back in the finals. Like, I was devastated. Like, I was like, oh, this is the end of the world. Like, we never going back to the finals, which we never did. But it's like, damn,
But,
this is our only chance and we blew it.
you remember we beat the Spurs on the road, and I think it was game 2, not game 1. I think it was game 2, and I was so hyped. I was like, we're going home. We're tied 1-1. I can't believe this. You know what I mean? And then obviously we got Tim Duncan. By the way, Tim Duncan is one of the best players of all time. Really. He really was.
Wow, the Thunder won.
I don't think he get enough credit.
The Thunder won 112 to 105.
Yeah, they just won, man. What they up 3-2, right? In the series now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real interesting, man. This their coach? What's the name coach? David Adelman.
That's the
Never seen this
coach.
brother.
They don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. They fired Mike Malone.
You know, Jokic been coaching though. Like he been.
Yeah, I've been seeing the clips on the bench. Him and Westbrook been coaching.
You the one that been coaching this shit.
Minnesota, man, we did it again, brother. We did it again. I don't even think we finished reviewing Raw. That's how trash the end of Raw was.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, man. That's what it is.
Recap.
Tommy, do we got anything before we leave, brother?
Oh man, this was another good show. We gave y'all a recap, for Backlash, and we here. Still a couple more things going. We got that NXT Battleground. AEW got some special.
Damn, I forgot all about Battleground, but Elon started messing up. He started fucking with you again during your little sermon. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I forgot all about Battleground now that you say that. I gotta
wait, that's this weekend?
I gotta go look at that. I think so.
They got over facing those people Orton.
Yeah, they got him fighting Orton, tricking fucking Joe Hendry.
I was gonna say that he actually cut a good promo today. Jordan Miles, he cut a really good promo today.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I'm gonna go watch the whole promo once I cut this off.
Yeah, he's pretty funny on Twitter because people were like, "Oh, he's like, oh, I don't hear voices because he's deaf," and he's like, "It's like the difference between me and Randy is."
Wait, he's deaf?
They really running with the Orton shit too.
Hold on, wait, hold on. The brother is deaf, is what y'all telling me? I'm not even trying to make jokes. Hold on, he's deaf.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Damn, that's crazy. All right, so now his promo makes so much more sense to me. I swear I did not know this.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, that's because he said something about he want to make his thing about being believable and not about his disability. And I was like, well, what's his disability? I couldn't figure out.
Yeah, he's deaf.
Oh, damn.
Makes sense. That's cool. That's happened to his story.
That's why when people were saying, "Oh yeah, he can't hear voices,"
that's fine. I mean,
legit can't hear voices.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
How does that? That's kind of interesting. I didn't know that.
That is interesting, man. That's cool. I'm gonna have to do my research on this brother now that you say this, man. I'm gonna get off ahead and do
His
my
name is
research.
Jordan Miles. Jordan Miles.
Got you.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
Man,
we got a
go ahead, Tom.
background, battleground. All Elite got something going on, and then yeah, man, we go catch y'all at the next Kia Elite, the next showing of SmackDown Raw. We'll keep y'all, busy and updated.
can I
Y'all
say the
hit that
sponsor?
cash
Can I say the
app.
sponsor for the show? Can I say the sponsor for the show?
Go
You,
ahead.
you
Who's
know
the
what?
sponsor?
For the first time, yes, touch grass. End us out with our sponsor, my man.
The sponsorship that Cash loves is Budios. All right, see ya.
I knew it was coming.
This this episode was sponsored by Studios. It is sponsored by Blue Chew, and it's also sponsored by Shopify, man.
Blue
We
Chew and
appreciate it.
Shopify is crazy, Tommy. That is a crazy ad at the end of the show. He said Blue Chew and
We
Shopify.
appreciate we appreciate our sponsors. We appreciate our listeners. Everybody in the Discord, man. Y'all tap in with that. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We might do a special stream this weekend if brothers got the time. We have an OT real soon. We'll keep y'all updated with that. And
And one more time before we go, man, rest in peace to the legend Sabu, man.
yes,
And also,
our
I just want to say
our
salute to Stephanie Vaquer. Don't ask me why. Just salute to that lady.
salute to that good sister.
Yeah, man, like I do every week, man. Good brother MJF, take us out of here.
You fucking mark!
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification bell to stay alerted.